stories, townhall.com.
Hey, I'm Mike Slater. My dad passed away at the age of 63. It's out of nowhere. Had a stroke. Super hard, obviously, for the whole family, but my dad had life insurance. This is why I have life insurance for my family, for my wife and 4 kids. And the best place to get life insurance is ethos.com, because you can do it in 10 minutes. And there's no medical exam and no blood test, just a few health questions. Get life insurance in 10 minutes so your family is protected. Ethos, E-T-H-O-S, ethos.com/Mike.
With Progressive's collision coverage, my family gets up to $1,000 for vet bills if I'm injured in a car accident. And that makes this Chihuahua really feel like part of the family. What's that? I don't sound like a Chihuahua? Oh, I'm sorry. What exactly am I supposed to sound like? I guess all Chihuahuas are high-strung, riding around in expensive designer purses. Actually, I prefer riding in cars. So I appreciate that my family protects me with Progressive's pet collision coverage. Okay, maybe I am a little high-strung. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Not available in all states. Coverage for dogs and cats is included with the purchase of collision coverage and is subject to policy terms.
Part of the White House East Wing is being demolished, clearing the way for construction of a multi-million-dollar privately funded ballroom.
The extent to which the East Wing of the White House will be torn down to make way for the new ballroom isn't clear, but crews have been seen using cranes and other heavy equipment to remove large sections of the building. President Trump previously said the $250 million ballroom would be near the existing structure but would not change it. In a social media post, Mr. Trump confirmed that ground had been broken and that, as he put it, the big, beautiful White House ballroom would be completely separate from the White House itself.
And that's BBC's Peter Bowes. Japan's parliament has elected conservative Sanae Takaichi as the country's first female prime minister. Takaichi heads the Liberal Democratic Party. Later in the day, she will present a cabinet with a number of allies of LDP's most powerful kingmaker, Taro Aso. Townhall.com. Atlanta police thwart a potential mass shooting at Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport.
Police say a family member told investigators Billy Joe Cagle of Hartsville, Georgia, had plans to shoot up the airport Monday, where they found an assault rifle and ammunition in his truck outside the airport. Cagle had described his plan to shoot up the world's busiest airport on a social media live stream, investigators said during a news conference. The 49-year-old Cagle arrived at the airport in his pickup truck that was parked right outside the doors to the airport terminal. He's facing several charges, including terroristic threats and possession of a firearm during the commission of a felony. I'm Bill Alexander.
President Trump voicing confidence in reaching a fantastic trade deal with Chinese President Xi Jinping. Same time, he mentions tariffs as a negotiating tool. Mr. Trump may meet with his Chinese counterpart during an upcoming trip to Asia. More on these stories, townhall.com.
What in the wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man in this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
Feel the hot wind on my shoulder, and the touch of the world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm, I'm breaking through it. So they don't get on the cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The Appalachian, what does he say? I'm on the Michigan radio. I'm on the Michigan radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning, one and all. Welcome to Mornings with Mike Winters. I am he. That would be me, Mike Winters. Happy Tuesday, everybody.
Yes. Welcome to the second day of the rest of your life.
Yeah, Tuesday. It's a little chilly out.
It's nice. It's
like
crisp once again.
Yeah, where we were like 90 yesterday. Today we're like 70 to 75 or something. It's pretty chill.
I got mad yesterday at like in mid-afternoon. I was like, this is stupid. stupid. We were in like the 60s. This is ridiculous. It was 49 yesterday when I got in my car to come to work. I'm pretty sure it was about that this morning too.
47.
47.
45 actually. I just refreshed and now it went colder.
It was one of those situations where like my kids and I had to limit our breathing for the first 20 minutes until the car warmed up because the windshield would instantly fog over.
Well, we could always Ace Ventura it.
Well, I was trying to avoid rolling. Like, if I rolled the window down, that'd fix it. But I'm trying not to freeze out the car. So, compromise. Breathe into this sleeve. Everybody, put your breath in this bag.
Get a bunch of those pocket warmer things.
Right,
they still got those
hot pockets.
Like you usually see them at checkout.
Oh yeah, they're called hot hands.
Hot hands.
Hot hands.
Maybe. Oh, it's not too early to put those out the checkout lines, right?
Surprised they don't have like the upgraded version of those for like people who deal with cryptocurrency called diamond hands. Hodl hard to the moon.
They're the same ones who get the smart clapper.
3 claps, it'll do all kinds of cool stuff.
That's right.
Don't even get me started on 4.
That opens up a portal. Sorry, I've been watching too many Peacemakers and shows like that.
Interdimensional travel seems like a breeze now.
Yeah, I was watching Little House on the Prairie the other day.
It's funny. I think back. I remember when the trailer first came out for the Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness thing, and they were talking about like how the multiverse theory and all that. I'm like, this is too much.
Yeah.
This is just we're getting to a point where it's just too much. And that was a year ago.
That was hold my beer time.
I don't even know. Like, you go back and try to like watch Iron Man, the original Iron Man today. It's ridiculous, just at how primitive it is.
Sure.
Based on like what's happened since then.
Yeah, because if I remember, that's one where he's basically stuck in a cave and builds. That's when he gets the thing. And he builds his own little magnet part, whatever the thing is. It powers him up. Yeah.
The last Marvel. Now this is gonna date me a little bit, but the last Marvel movie that I saw, new Marvel, was the Eternals. Do you remember that one? That's the one with.
I think I started to watch it, never finished it.
I did finish it, and by the end, you have like, spoiler alert.
Yeah.
You have these monolithic godheads in space communicating.
Oh, okay.
And it's like we're well beyond the Hulk at this point.
Right.
Hulk smash, great. Now we're dealing with gods up here. It's like, where do we take it?
I think I want the one with the new Captain America. I think I started to watch that one and fell asleep.
That's
the most recent Marvel thing.
That's the new Captain America.
I started to watch it
with Red Hulk.
Asleep. Yeah,
with Harrison.
I never finished it. I fell asleep.
That's another thing. It's like, okay, I understand he's a legend of action movies, of thrilling things like that, but it's real hard to take Harrison Ford seriously as Red Hulk. It's like, I can take you as Indiana Jones.
Right.
I'm really having a hard time believing you're Red Hulk.
Well,
or any Hulk.
Put it this way. I would agree with you, but I feel the same way about Mark Ruffalo as Hulk.
He's a dang sight better than, what was the other one? Who was the guy before him?
The
Ang Lee version. Hang on.
Oh, Fight Club Boy was one of the... Eric Bana was the original one.
Yeah, Eric Bana, yeah.
But Ed Norton was one of them, too. He was the next Hulk, I think.
I think he was. Eric Bana was in the Ang Lee version.
Yeah.
Ed Norton was the
Hulk after.
The Hulk after, and then it went to Mark Ruffalo, which then they went into Smart Hulk.
Yeah.
Which
he gave glasses.
It was like Hulk, but with Mark Ruffalo's face.
Yeah, that was weird.
That was a little off-putting. I'm not gonna lie.
Sorry.
But then again,
only Lou.
Did you ever attempt? I'm saying attempt because I don't think anybody actually finished the series. But did you even attempt to watch She-Hulk?
No. That's when she's a lawyer, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
But in the first episode, where I think it might have even been in like the title sequence, you got She-Hulk out there twerking. It's like, I can't abide. I'm sorry. I can't. It's not.
You know what it is? superhero Shrek.
Kinda. She looks like Fiona. It's like if Fiona got like adamantium armor or something.
That's what it is. Yeah, I vaguely remember seeing the trailer and watching. I was like, yeah, that's weird.
It's very off-putting when when her green-faced self, she's like, oh, look at me, and then she just like dropping it in the mirror. I'm like, oh, what are we doing? And it was like the 9th season of Scrubs, because they had Mark Ruffalo on for like the first 2 episodes as like transition. Be like, okay, here's the loose, like visceral connection to the MCU here's Smart Hulk to introduce the character, and then he's long gone.
Right.
It's like Zach Braff was in the first like 6 episodes of the 9th season of Scrubs, and then he's like, nope, I'm out. Y'all are on your own.
Bye-bye now. Mm-hmm. Well,
did what I could.
Either way, I've since fallen from the Marvel. It got too much for me. But, yeah. Probably should get the show going.
Yeah.
We do have a full slate for you for today's show.
A plethora, if you will.
A bevy of guests. A cornucopia, if you will. We are going to replay this hour. Don and Katie from the Alzheimer's Association joined us yesterday talking about the Walk to End Alzheimer's event happening November 1st. So we're going to play that interview for you here this hour. In the 8 o'clock hour, we've got a pair of guests joining us. First part of the hour, we'll have Amy McVeigh-Tejas with the Historical Society for Southeast New Mexico and Nancy Fleming with the Miniatures and Curiosities Museum. They're going to join us to talk about Museum Day, which is also on Saturday, November 1st from 10 to 5. All of our museums in town are going to be open, and there's going to be 8 different places that you can go free admission, and you can get they're like in years past with Museum Day, they're going to have like a passport and all that good stuff. So Nancy and Amy will give us all the skinny about that around 8:15. Later on in the 8 o'clock hour, we'll have the folks from the Chaves County Extension Office join us, give us an update there as I know they're right around moving into their new digs and all that, so we'll get an update from them. In the 9 o'clock hour, got another full hour for you. First part of the hour, we're going to have mayoral candidate Chris Hensley join us. Get a chance to have a conversation with him, learn a little bit about him. And then Elliot Rodriguez with Loan Depot will join us in the bottom half of the hour to give us an update on what they've got going on, and as always, give advice for homeowners, whether it's your first time or 50th time or any of that stuff. So he's not the guy that he's not your agent, real estate agent. He's the guy that helps you see first, secure the financing. So we'll talk all about that with Elliot here in the 9 o'clock hour as well, too. Plus, we'll have all of your news of the local and national variety Wall Street business updates and all that good stuff. Before we do any of that, though, let us go ahead and get you up to date on the weather, which, like I said, going to be a little cooler today. We do have a slight rain chance Thursday, it's looking, but pretty nice week overall.
Weather this hour brought to you by Southwest Bearing under new ownership. Custom solutions for your heavy equipment. Hydraulic hoses, hose repair, bearings, seals, sprockets, belts, tools, fluids, and fittings.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. 70 to 75 on the afternoon high today. High pressure is parked overhead. That'll keep things sunny. Overnight looks clear. We're in the mid-40s and then upper 70s to low 80s and lots of sunshine coming up on Wednesday. Few clouds Wednesday night. We do have a slim chance of a shower popping up on Thursday. We'll be in the low 80s, back to sunshine and cooler Friday. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton, and that's your latest forecast.
Thank you, Steve. Currently 45 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity is at 58%. Winds currently out of the northeast at 3 miles per hour. Sunny today. Looks like not only 70s, but low 70s. 73 are expected high today. Winds out of the northwest 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tonight, skies will be clear. Expect an overnight low of 44 degrees. South winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Wednesday, sunny in the low 80s tomorrow, so warming up to 82. South winds at around 5 miles per hour. Tomorrow night, mostly cloudy in the low 50s, 53 for an overnight low, so a little bit warmer Wednesday night too. South winds at around 5 miles per hour. Thursday, we are looking at a 20% chance at some showers, high of 82. Actually, they're saying it's in the morning. So it looks like early in the day on Thursday we got a rain chance, and then clearing up by the later in the day. That's what they're saying right now. Thursday night, partly cloudy, overnight low of 51. Friday, sunny and 77. Saturday, sunny and 78, and sunny and 82 on Sunday. So overall, a fine fall week for all of us here in Roswell and southeast New Mexico. All right, it is 17 minutes after 7 o'clock. Let's get you into your Roswell Livestock Report recap with Smiley Wooten. We'll take a quick commercial break right after that, and then we will play our interview with Don and Katie from the Alzheimer's Association, talking about their Walk to End Alzheimer's event happening November 1st. Don't go away.
Good morning, this is Smiley Wooten at the Roswell Livestock Auction. 1,234 head of cattle sold on Monday on an uneven market with excellent buyer attendance compared to last week. Stocker calves, unweaned cattle sold steady. Weaned cattle $10 higher. Feeder cattle steady to $5 lower. Packer cows and bulls steady to $2 higher. 3 to 400 pound steers $5.30, $5.80. 3 to 400 pound heifers $4.85, $5.25. 4 to 500 pound steers $4.67, $5.30. 4 to 500 pound heifers $4.05, $4.85. 5 to 600 pound steers $4.07, $4.67. 5 to 600 pound heifers $3.54, $4.05. 6 700 pound steers $3.50, $4.07. 6 700 pound heifers $3.20, $3.54. 7 800 pound steers $3.37, $3.50. 7 800 pound heifers $2.92, $3.20. Packer cows $1.60, $1.68, $50. Canner and cutter cows $1.52, $1.56. Packer bulls $1.90, $1.97. Feeder bulls $1.75, $1.80. Cow calf pairs not well tested this week. Top half the bred cows $3,100 to $3,500 per head. Now remember, this is the top of the market, and prices range down from this according to quality, quantity, condition, and feel. We do appreciate the business, and we'll talk to you next Monday morning. This is Smiley Wooten, Roswell Livestock.
Get a great deal on versatile Kubota equipment today. Like the Kubota L-Series compact tractor, the #1 selling compact tractor in the U.S., C-Series mowers, and Sidekick utility vehicles. Stop by your local Kubota dealer today. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment with 0% financing available, or save up to $4,500. Now through December 31st. See us or go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Visit your local Kubota dealer, Amigo Machinery at 2801 Southeast Main Street in Roswell.
There's nothing more magical than 80,000 cubic feet of hot air flying overhead. Join us in Artesia, New Mexico for the 42nd Annual Balloons and Tunes Festival, November 7th through the 9th. Friday kicks off with fun flights from local schools. Then Saturday and Sunday mornings, watch the skies fill with color as hot air balloons launch at dawn from Eagle Draw Park. Stick around for inflatable costume races, bounce houses, and even remote-control balloons. Food and coffee trucks will keep you fueled for the fun. Saturday night, 5th and Texas comes alive at the Artesia Arts Council's Balloons, Bands, and Brews. With food trucks, local New Mexico brews, live music, and the Artesia High School Marching Band performing alongside balloon pilots in a fiery concert you won't forget. Admission is free, with only $10 entry into the beer garden. Plan your weekend getaway to Artesia, November 7th through the 9th for the Balloons and Tunes Festival. For more information, give us a call at 575-746-2744 or visit artesiachamber.com. Paid for by Artesia Lodgers Tax.
Is your old car really scary? Does it look dreadful or smell awful? Don't be afraid. Roswell Ford will take in any trade. Roswell Ford needs your trade, so now is the perfect time to upgrade from your old vehicle and drive home a new Ford or quality pre-owned vehicle. You'll be shocked at how much we'll pay for your old car, truck, or SUV toward the purchase of a new Ford. And don't be frightened by how much you owe on your old car. Roswell Ford will take your trade, even if you owe thousands more than it's worth, so you can upgrade to a new Ford and get massive savings. 0% financing and make no payments till 2026. Worried your credit will make car buying scary? We've partnered with even more aggressive lenders who will push to approve your credit, even if it's less than perfect. All roads lead to huge American-made savings and a better buying experience. Get on board at Roswell Ford, 821 North Main Street in beautiful Roswell. Call 575-623-3673 or online at roswellford.com. 0 APR for 48 months is $20.83 per thousand finance. Interest accrues from date of sale, subject to lender approval on select vehicles. Offers not combined.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. Due to extreme pressure and weather conditions, it literally rains diamonds on Neptune and Uranus. Stop snickering because I said Uranus. Here's Mike Winters.
Joining us in studio this morning, Don and Katie with us from the Alzheimer's Association here for Southeast New Mexico. Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are y'all doing? Of course, I know we're about give or take 2 weeks out from,
we're a little over 2 weeks away from the walk, and I'm getting a little nervous. I'm getting excited, but that's how I usually, that's my roller coaster of emotions that I go
our
through.
weather this week.
Yes,
this is how your emotions are doing.
Exactly. So we're excited. It's on November 1st at Rusticay Soccer Complex. Registration starts at 9 a.m.
Absolutely.
And we're looking good. We're looking really good.
Yeah, and it's if you've never participated or been a part of the event before, it's an awareness event. We want to raise awareness, but we're also raising funds, and so the real work, like the November 1st is kind of our celebration day. The real work is leading up to that day,
100%.
where we're trying to organize teams. You can sign up teams, and we'll tell you more about how to do that here in a minute. But you can sign up your teams and raise money. Ideally, we'd love to get a team to raise. If we can get every team to raise $500 minimum, that would be delightful for us.
That would be amazing.
Now that by no means is a ceiling. We're not stopping you at 500.
No.
But if we could get, and generally it's a team of 5, so we kind of average out. If every player gets $100 raised, that would be a beautiful thing to help us out this week. So we'd love to have you reach that goal or beat that goal and say, you know what, I laugh at your 100, I will do 2, or whatever it is. That would be
exactly.
amazing.
I was actually just telling Don. So with our committee, we have a committee of just our core group of people, and they are like the best walk committee on the planet. I could not have asked for a better walk committee. And we have a little competition. So one of our Edward Jones is one of our national presenting sponsors.
Okay.
So one of our team members there, she always gets the top fundraiser of the year in Roswell, and every year that's my goal, is to beat her.
Take her down.
And she knows I love her. She knows it's a healthy competition.
Friendly way, of course, but you're going down.
I just got word that she got a couple pretty large checks. I'm like, dang it, Tammy.
Dang it, your fundraising ability.
So we're doing fantastic.
That's great.
We're so close to meeting our goal of $35,000 fundraising funds for the Roswell Walk.
So let's break it. Let's blow that out the water.
Yes.
Let's keep going.
Yeah. So we need everyone there. We need everyone to participate, and we got lots of side fundraisers going for each of our teams.
Great.
So Otero Federal Credit Union is doing their purple flowers that you can donate for.
Okay.
And so they display them at each of the branches. And so both at the 1900 South Main branch and the 2211 North Main branch. And so all of the donations are for the purple flowers, so you can write your name, the name of a loved one that has dementia or has passed with Alzheimer's or dementia.
Honor that loved one.
And just donate that. So they do.
Purple is the color of Alzheimer's.
Correct.
Too. That's our awareness color.
Yes.
When you see purple, we want you to think Alzheimer's.
Purple's not really my favorite color, but as I've grown it with the Alzheimer's Association, it has become a large chunk of my closet, of my wardrobe.
Well, when you have trouble being purple, think Prince, because Prince is a pretty cool dude, right?
Yeah.
If you go bring in your inner Prince.
There you go.
And that'll help you get
there. You go. Purple Rain.
Matter of fact, I'm just saying, maybe a few Prince songs played during the.
We're gonna have an awesome DJ. We're gonna
slip some Prince in. It's purple. Come on.
Yeah. We're gonna do great. And then our Pioneer Bank is doing the same thing. So all of the Pioneer branches.
They're always involved.
They've joined us this year, and they have knocked it out of the park. They've
been a very
to have
community-minded company, and they've
all
always
of those people on our committee. They've gotten so many people joined our committee, and it's just been fantastic.
It's great. They're championing for the cause.
Yes, we're going to have Juliana Halverson there. She's going to do our proclamation.
Probably take pictures, because that's what she does.
Definitely take pictures. Yep, she's fantastic at that. So she's going to be there. And then we're going to have Mike Taylor.
Okay.
He's going to be there as one of our MCs.
Yeah, deputy chief for the city
deputy
police
chief.
department.
Yep. So he's going to be there as one of our MCs for the walk. And lots of really cool, fun, exciting things. We're going to have some yard games, like a cornhole tournament kind of thing.
Think our PD will get purple uniforms that day to put on? That'd be a little bit more.
That'd be a little much.
Let's talk to Mike.
There you go. And then Eastern New Mexico Medical Center has has blown it out of the park too with their fundraiser.
Awesome.
We have each department has donated a gift basket for a chance to win.
Oh, great.
I can't say the other word, but it's a chance to win. The tickets are $1 each, 6
Okay.
for $5 or 20 for 20.
And all the proceeds obviously go back to the
Correct.
Alzheimer's
So
Association.
it's a drawing, a chance to win a basket.
But we're okay as long as it's all for nonprofit
Yes,
and all for
yes.
that. It gets really weird on laws on sweepstakes and things.
Yeah. So it's all a chance to win a gift basket, and we actually just got news that we're getting 2 more baskets. So right now we have 18 baskets, which is fantastic.
It's gonna be like Oprah. You get a basket. You get a basket.
Exactly. I'm so excited. And then we just got we got a new basket donated this week. It has one of the brand new Nintendo Switches. It's the Pokemon one. It just
someone
got
will be
released.
allowed to be in Christmas with that. They'll let you in the door.
And then we also got a Tundra Yeti donated.
Oh, nice.
With lots of fun adult goodies inside the cooler. So
you can keep beverages cool from now till next Christmas.
yes,
Yep.
come and see us and buy your tickets. You can buy it from the quality department or the gift shop.
Okay.
So.
And again, it's a great way to support.
Yes, yeah, and we'll have them out at the walk. So if you can't make it, we'll have those baskets out at the walk, and we'll be selling tickets there too.
Yeah, so come out and get your tickets for that while you're walking and talking and meeting and socializing.
Yes, and Chimera actually has a basket too, and everybody's been doing different fundraisers. We actually had RPD had a cornhole tournament on Friday of last week, and so I heard that went really well.
Great.
And,
So
yeah.
the money they raising for that was going back to
that's going to their team and all that stuff. So
love to see that.
Yeah,
And-
we're really excited about that.
It's fun to see teams getting creative on ways to raise funds
Yes.
and doing basically creating their own events around the event to have an event to make more money for the event.
100%,
That's
yeah.
so great to see. And I'm going to say it now because I'd like to say it every time. And I you know what? For the first time, like I feel like we might be at a point in our lifetimes where we're like, we don't have to do this anymore because we've got a cure. You know what I mean? Like maybe we're doing walks to raise money to make it more available to people.
Right.
But we're not looking for the cure. We got the cure. Now we're looking to make it accessible to everybody. Kind of
that's
thing.
our 10-year goal for the association is to see a cure come. And I think I shared it the last time, but UNM just got a research grant from the Alzheimer's Association.
That's right, yeah.
So these funds that we raise go towards like our communities,
Right
our
here,
state.
yeah.
And so they're working on a vaccine.
Things that they're coming from this will go into people that live in New Mexico that
Correct.
are testing to see if these trials and
Yep.
these things that we're going through right
and
now.
these funds also they fund research, but they also fund things like caregiver support groups, which we have one now in Roswell.
The kind of nuts and bolts side, the physical. You know, we talk a lot in theory here about this cure one day, but at the same time, you're also supporting people that are going through it now that are you have physical and real needs, and this money goes to help fix those.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's been a while since we've had a support group here in Roswell, but we have one back. It started this month, like a couple weeks ago. So it's the first and third Wednesdays of every month from 11 to 12 at St. Andrews at 505 North Pennsylvania.
And I would love to see some of our family members that have maybe more experience than this come to share, even though maybe you're in a good place with where you're at with it.
Right.
Your insight can help others going through that right now. So maybe you're a few years, dealing with this where you've lost your loved ones years ago, but we would love to see you at these meetings so you can share how you got through on the other side with it.
Yeah,
and
you
show
never
it, give
know.
that light for these other families that are going through what you went through years ago.
Right, exactly. You never know what who is going to be touched by your story. So if you're sharing your story about how let's say for Don, for example, took care of his wife for so long, and what if there's
Don's
another
a perfect example of what we're talking about.
Exactly. He's fantastic, and he just has some different insight and what it looks like to be on the other side of that.
Absolutely.
And so
and that's not that every disease affects every impact in a family, but Alzheimer's is just one of them unique ones where depending on the family and where they knew this person, it can really be a troublesome thing, because at the end of the day, especially with young people that may not know this person except for their dementia or their Alzheimer's version of them,
right.
And So you just want to find a way to explain to them and show to them that this is not your loved one. This is what the disease did to them.
Yeah.
This is your loved one.
Yeah, that's like the hardest thing I think I have to tell people is that just remember, like, it's not, that wasn't your husband talking to you like that. That wasn't your wife talking to you like that. That's not that person that you knew forever. Yeah. That's the disease talking and being mean, because it changes your brain and
it changes the physiological and the brain is by far the most powerful organ on the planet when it comes to what it can do and what it's capable of. And let's face it, we as human beings know a sliver of its capability.
Yep, we do.
Yeah.
And this is what it is. And Alzheimer's is very much in that place where we know it's here, know it's there. We just don't quite know what's causing it, where it's at. I mean, we have good ideas and we're close, but it's this long time mystery. And God bless us, I hope in 20, 30, 40 years from now, we're talking about this, and it's literally Alzheimer's is an inconvenience and not looked at as a life sentence.
Yeah, that would be fantastic.
But we're going to get there. But but it's the unknown. It is like if you knew your grandparents and things when they were dealing with the polio outbreaks and some of these things, it's the same mindset. People are dying, people are going, they're not. We don't know why. We don't know. But then we figured out Alzheimer's. It's just taking longer to crack this nut.
Yes.
We're going to crack it.
Yeah,
and
we're on that like super steep climb, and we're climbing fast, and we're almost there. So,
but for the first time, I think there's people walking this earth right now that are going to say we're going to cure them of Alzheimer's, or we're going to put it in remission, or we're going to they can live a normal life.
They're going to be able to see that cure for sure.
Absolutely. I'd say in the last 10 years we couldn't have said that.
No.
Now we can.
Yep. So you can register for that caregiver support group at the toll-free number.
Okay.
It's also the 24-hour hotline.
Okay.
So it's the same number. They try to keep it all the same. It's 1-800-272-3900.
Okay.
So you can call and register for that support group and get more information about it.
And I think it'd be great if it's strength in numbers. And there's and Alzheimer's, though I have never myself directly dealt with it, I have enough family and friends that have, and you're going to need help.
Yeah.
At some point, you're going to need help. I don't care how stubborn, stalwart you are.
Yeah.
You're going to need help.
Yeah, and
please reach out.
And we know that it's difficult with all of the resources and Don's help that he needed looks different than, let's say, for my dad.
Sure.
Because each scenario is different, and so that's what they're there to do. They have master level clinicians on the other side of this helpline to get you through crisis modes, to get you through like all of that kind of stuff, and it's 24/7. They also have legal advice too, within certain parameters, of course.
Because let's face it, there's a lot of legal decisions that are going to have to be made at some point.
Absolutely. Like if you can't,
obviously you want to do that earlier in the process where your loved one is involved with it, where later they can't be.
Exactly. Yep. So you want to get have those conversations early on. Talk to them when that diagnosis comes up and they're still kind of with it.
Sure.
Talk to them, ask them what their wishes are. Like what do you want this to look like?
Yeah, when it's time for us to make decisions for you, what decisions do you want us to make?
Exactly. And sometimes those decisions emotions get in the way.
It's
in
hard.
A bad way.
I mean, how many people want to have a conversation with a loved one talking about how we want to end this?
Right.
And that's what you're doing, and that's the hardest conversation.
It's really, really hard, but it's so beneficial, especially for your loved ones.
I would say cathartic a little bit, too.
Though, yes. The ones around you that if they know what your wishes are, there's like they can leave the emotions of, oh my gosh, my mom is passing or my dad is passing from this awful disease, and that could go for anything, not just Alzheimer's.
I know this is a weird comparison, but it is a comparison, and what I mean by that is what you're talking about. People that are suicidal. It is not uncommon for a person that is suicidal, once they've kind of made the decision that that's what they're going to do, and how there's almost an eerie calm or peace about them. And I think this is this is kind of what we're, not in that way, but I mean, but it because that a decision's made, a path has been set, it gives a peace of mind. And so in a different weird sort of way, this is also going to help for your loved one. And okay, we all know what the end game's going to be, but at least I'm like, okay, I have a plan. My this is taken care of. This is taken care of. I don't have to worry about this.
Yes.
When I'm gone, someone's going to fill this void.
Yeah.
And so that in and of itself is peace of mind.
Yep. And it also helps with your family members too. Like they don't have to make all of the decisions. And it also with all of the banking stuff and the assets and the financial responsibilities, like all of that stuff, they have toolkits and packets and all of that kind of stuff to kind of help you through that.
And to be honest, some of you might use that help yourself in your own personal life.
Yeah,
like,
100%.
hey, I'm trying to run my mom's finances, but I could use a lot of this in my own world myself.
Yeah, absolutely, for sure.
Yeah, it's not uncommon. So so please, please use the Alzheimer's Association more. You know, if you're a family and you're needing resources from everything from the emotional to the soup to nuts, physical. No, I need a care person now. You know, it's not emotional. I need physical needs right now. From everything in between, that's what the Alzheimer's Association's here to do when we're not trying to raise as much money as possible for the research and for the cure. We're trying to support families that are fighting this battle day in and day out.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
So come to the walk. Please put your teams together.
Yeah.
But if your family's dealing with this dementia, Alzheimer's, any of the family of what we're talking about here, please reach out and come to. I don't care if you think you got it covered.
Yeah.
You can have more coverage. Ain't nothing wrong with more backups, more information, more support, more everything.
New research and new studies are coming out all the time, and so if you're like in the beginning stages, you're in that group of people that can benefit the most out of the stuff that's coming out of the association. And so that's going to be it just come out on November 1st, and get in touch with our committee members. We can get you in touch with the caregiver support groups. We can almost all of us have been affected by the disease, and that's why
I would
we're
say
there.
probably at least 90% of your volunteers have been directly impacted.
And so we have that knowledge. We have that firsthand experience.
They were in your shoes.
Of what you can expect.
Or are in your shoes.
Yeah,
you have a lot of folks that are battling right now. They have loved ones that, sorry, I can't make it this weekend. I got to take care of my mom because they're sick.
Yeah. And I know it's hard. I know it's difficult to bring them out, but we really want them out there as much as possible because those represent our blue flowers. If you've never been at the walk, we have different color flowers.
We're still waiting for our white flower.
Yes,
that's our
cure.
Cure, yeah.
Yeah. So our blue flowers are the people living with the disease, and
we want to cheer on the people fighting. We want to honor those we've lost, and we want to celebrate the people that are winning the fight right now. And that's what we want.
Still winning the fight. And so if you can, it's just a couple hours. Bring mom, bring grandma, bring Uncle Fred or whatever out, and just bring them out for a couple hours. We'll love and support them as much as we can, and
if hopefully the first will be just like this weekend's supposed to be here.
Yes.
It'll be a beautiful day, and probably light
it'll be
jacket.
chilly in the morning,
a
like
light
it
jacket
normally
in the morning, but
is.
by midday there it should be beautiful, and you'll be shedding that in t-shirts but for people that are traditionalists to this, the things you come to expect at the walk-ins, those will all be there. The walk, obviously, the
so
garden, things like that.
We'll have opening ceremonies with our Promise Garden ceremony, explaining all of the flowers. It's really emotional, all of that stuff. And so, and then we have the walk, and it'll be 1 or 2 laps around Rusticade, the track right there. The complex, and whatever you can do. If you're like, but I can't walk, that's okay. Just come and hang out with us. We're going to have a pet area. Pioneer Bank has sponsored our pet area. So we have really cool doggy bandanas with the Alzheimer's logo and Pioneer Bank and all that stuff.
When you're surrounded by puppies and dogs and cats, you're always in a good mood.
Yes, exactly.
Not be.
So just make sure your dogs are on a leash. That's like the city ordinance and all
that's
that
how you get the bad mood people.
Yeah.
When they start stealing your sandwiches.
Yes. Yeah, let's not have that. And
let's keep everybody together because dogs, not all dogs get along. It's just, sorry, we can't. That's nature.
And we're in the process of trying to get a tug of war team, tug of war competition together, and we're finalizing all that
So
information.
we need a few beefy people for the anchors.
Yes.
So we need those, and then we'll put our little people in the middle.
Yes.
There you go.
Yep. And then we'll have some yard games, and Edward Jones is sponsoring our lunch. So they do hot dogs and chips and water every year. So
if you leave hungry, it's your own problem.
Right, exactly. We have a great, just a great group of supporters that support our walk every year. The Legion Post 21, American Legion Post 21, 61.
Yeah.
Sorry, 61. They get they're manning our water booths for the walk because we want to make sure everyone stays hydrated. Even
it's
though
a 2-to-1 ratio. Like they'll drink 2, and then you get. No, I'm just kidding.
It's
the water is donated by Pepsi.
Yes, the water is donated by Pepsi, and we got lots of huge thank you to them. They support us every year. They donate our water every year.
Big thank you to them.
And we actually have the NIMI baseball team.
Oh, great!
That is going to come out and help with all the heavy lifting, and I'm super excited about that.
Sorry, guys, it's your fall training.
Exactly.
Weightlifting.
That's right.
Yeah, they're going to be fantastic. We're going to have the assist teams out there. Lots of volunteers.
Excellent.
And I think a couple Girl Scout troops and just all over the place.
Come represent everybody.
Yeah.
You know, and your organizations want to put together. You've got a scout troop, or you got a whatever civic luncheon group, or your Kiwanis, or your whatever. Or just we're just a couple people that hang out at the bowling alley together on Friday night. Great, let's put a team together and go
exactly.
Walk. Go bowling Friday night, and then go walk on Saturday morning out here with us and be a part of it. But anybody, and you know what? If you don't have a team or anything like that, but would love to support, and we'll tell you here, you can go online to the Alzheimer's website and contribute to other teams.
Yes.
They would love to have you say, you know what, I don't have time to put a team together, but I want to help out. And then you go find some teams, and you can play Switzerland and throw all a little bit, or you'd be like, nope, there's my boys over here, my girls over here, I'm going to help them out, whatever it is.
Yeah, so it's alz.org, and you can search for the Walk to End Alzheimer's, or you can just Google it. There's posters around town with QR codes and all of that kind of stuff, and just go to that website, look for the Roswell Walk.
Absolutely.
Right now we're sitting at 159 participants.
Okay.
I've raised our goal a little bit. Our goal is to have 200 people there.
We're going to bust that.
And that's, we would beat out Hobbs at that point. So I need more than 200 people there.
All right, competitive juices.
Yes.
We got to beat the Hobbs Eagles on Saturday, November 1st.
The Hobbs Walk. The Hobbs Walk had theirs in September, and they did a fantastic job. And I was like, nope, we're gonna kill it.
Awesome.
So we have 23 teams signed up right now. We're, like I said, we're at 31,453. So our goal for fundraising is 35,000.
So we're close.
We're close.
Tickling.
We need everyone out there.
We need
all the support, and
So sign up, contribute, whatever. All right, I'm going to do it. I'm sorry to your other team members, because I know this is unfair and very unpolitical, but Don, do a plug for your team. Katie, do a plug for your team.
Okay.
So you can raise money. I know I'm making people mad, but you know what? Then you come out here and I'll plug your team too. Get on the radio. So I'm going to give your teams unfair advantages. Do plugs for your team now.
Okay. Yeah, you can reach my team at alz.org, and then you go to Roswell Walk, and then you look up, search for Photo Finish.
That's your team name, Photo Finish.
Photo Finish. You can donate. You can join my team. It's all right there on the website.
Absolutely.
Very easy to do.
Excellent.
Yep.
And Katie, and you were, I'm sure you got a team or two.
Yeah, so I'm the team captain for Eastern New Mexico Medical Center.
Okay, so you're under the, yours is very under the official, the hospital.
That's where I work, so I got to do my team there and just lead our group there.
But you have a bunch of doctors who make more money than us. So you got a bigger tap on that one, I'm just saying.
I need to do that. I need to make sure that they be a part of it.
Used to be at every office. Doctor?
You know, our biggest support has been visitors in the hospital coming in and like, oh, my grandma died from this.
You know what?
And it's been fantastic. And so,
unfortunately, this disease has touched a lot of people.
And so I'm really grateful to our Eastern team. We have a whole bunch of people signed up, and
I'm joking and all this, but all kidding aside, pick a team. It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
just
pick
come
a team.
and
Just
join.
create your
We're
own
having
team.
fun here. It does. Everybody's a winner. And, and to be honest, I hope they tie and we end up raising $50,000. That's what I want to see.
Yes.
If you want to donate, just go online, alz.org.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
and
you
go
can
to the
do it.
Roswell Walk and then do whatever. You know,
You know what?
You
If
can
you
do
want
it
to play
quick from your phone. They have multiple ways of payment. So if you're like millennial or whatever, and you only have Cash App, or what's the next gen? I'm
Venmo? Do they do that? No, I don't know.
Cash App, Apple Pay, all of the things. PayPal. They take all of that, and you can even deposit a check from there if you have
For people with no hair or gray hair.
Right, exactly. A little bit older. So there's a whole bunch of different ways. And if you sign up as a team captain, on the website, there are captain's tools with tips and tricks on how to fundraise.
Kind of like a marketing package.
Yes, like you just go in there and it gives you PDF versions of all the logos and posters and all of the things
Probably
that you
a thing
can
with
do.
all the links to the social media.
Yes.
So when you share it on your Facebook, you can put that link direct. And,
Correct.
And I know if you're not too savvy, you're like, how do I do all that? That shows you how to do it.
It shows you how to do it. It creates it for you.
See, that's
it
where
makes
I
it
need it.
super, super easy.
I got the paper part, I've dealt with that my whole life. But when it comes to sharing something on Facebook, I feel like you might as well send me to college because
Yep. They make it really easy. You just click a link and copy it, and then you paste it on your Facebook, and it links it to your fundraiser. And it most people do an okay job with Facebook fundraising. There was a while when in 2020 when everything was virtual, that was like my biggest source of fundraising.
Because that was pretty much the only way we could communicate at that time.
Exactly. Yeah. So
where now it's a little broader, and I get it. We live in a world on Facebook where everyone's hitting you up for things and everybody else, but this is important. This is like we're so close. We're so close to you don't see people with polio no more.
Right.
I want to see that with Alzheimer's
Yes.
and dementia and these associated. I want us to talk about. Remember when people had died of that? Now we don't even know what that is. That's what I want us to think about.
So just to put a little healthy competition in there, Edward Jones still hasn't gotten theirs officially on the books yet, but I know that they're beating me. So right now, Eastern is at $2,702 funds raised. We have a Clovis, Curry County walk. That goes to our fundraising. And they're at $2,440. So thank you to Clovis. And their community walk every year. They do that, and those funds come to us, and we support them 100%.
Well, it's all going to the big picture at the end of the day.
Yes, exactly. St. Andrews is at $940.
Nice.
The Forget Me Nots is at $625.
Well, we're
and
forgetting them not.
Yes, and Team Pioneer is at $595. So right now, those are our top 5 teams.
So if you're in the back of the pack, time to do your
let's get you up there.
fourth and goal on the one. Time for the push. Yeah.
So you have until December 31st.
And if your name wasn't mentioned at all, it's still time for Game On to get in there and sign up. You can go to alz.org and sign that team up, or like I said, or support one of our many other teams here. But basically, find the walk near you, type in Roswell, New Mexico, and it'll pretty much open the world to everything you need to know.
And
there.
I love the internet for that fact, because you can have family from all over the country and all over the world donate to your team for our Roswell walk. So if you have friends and loved ones in other states and other countries, just have them go on and donate.
And likewise, get them to support the walks in their region, support theirs.
Yes, absolutely.
At the big thing, yes, we're celebrating Chaves County and Roswell and this our country, but we're all fighting the same fight. The people in Albuquerque, the people in Iowa, the people in Florida, the people we're all fighting the same fight.
Correct.
The people in England and Europe and everywhere else where this is, they too are raising money and awareness for this. this is a global fight.
We're going to be, our walk is going to be one of the last walks for the season. For this,
so your last chance to contribute.
The last chance.
November 1st.
November 1st is our last one. So
now you can still donate for this year.
Yeah, money's
up to December.
At any
31st.
point you come up with a check to the Alzheimer's Association, they're going to take it off your hands. But as far as counting in numbers and all that kind of
And if you have a business or you need a tax deduction kind of thing, it is tax deductible. It is a 501(c)(3).
Yeah.
So you will get a receipt in the mail saying thank you so much for your donation.
Turn it in and save you a few bucks a tax
Exactly.
time too. So,
Yeah.
And because you deserve it for doing this. And so please, November 1st, I just saw the time, we're running out of here. November 1st, mark it down, go to alz.org, please. And if someone's local here and they want to not walk stuff, but just their new families and they're new to the area and they're looking for resources, what's the best way to find you guys and talk to you?
So just Google Walkton or Alzheimer's Association Roswell, New Mexico.
Same links we're talking
about
here.
Same links. They make it really super easy. Same phone number, same links, all of that kind of stuff. We have a local staff member here. Her name is Wendy Cook. She'll get the information and she'll reach out to you with all the help and resources that we can. And just go on to the website and go from there.
If your family's newly being handed this deck of cards, you are not alone.
Yeah.
There is a lot of people that are ready to rally around you and help you navigate this time. Please reach out.
Yeah.
You cannot do this alone. If you do, you will fail. You will hurt yourself and others before you get the. So please, it's impossible to do this by yourself.
Yeah.
Remember, it's the caregiver who suffers the most.
Right.
And you're the one that needs sometimes more care than the patient at this point. You're the one because at the end of the day.
Yeah. Caregivers often will have more diagnosis and more problems taking care of their loved ones.
Yeah.
Like my mom, for instance, she's been taking care of my dad for 15 years. She ended up having a stroke because of the stress that it had on
You're tearing
on her
yourself
body.
down trying to keep them going.
So just another plug for the walk. We're going to have Dr. Samara out there from Chimera.
Okay.
She's our only neurologist in town.
Okay.
So she's going to be out there and she'll have pamphlets. So we'll have a provider out there that can see you if you have questions and
so you can
make an
actually
appointment.
set up some healthcare stuff for yourself while you're out
Correct.
there too.
And then we're hoping to have Dr. DeVue there. He was a part of one of the clinical trials, research trials for one of the new FDA drugs.
Oh, great.
He's one of our state board members, and so
he's going to have some insight for
He
folks
lives up
too.
in the mountains in Ruidoso, and we're hoping that he can come down and give a little talk for our opening ceremonies. So.
Ride the flood in.
Yes, exactly.
Sorry, bad joke.
Yeah.
Too soon.
Maybe not.
But
they might get another
get rafted and just ride on in. But yeah. But so really, there's a lot of great information. So if you're coming looking for questions and answers, there's going to be people there you can talk to.
Yeah.
And get real direction on what to do next on some of this stuff.
We have lots of volunteer opportunities. We have advocacy stuff that you can go to, legislators and bill maker and policy makers and all that kind of stuff. If that's your cup of tea,
we need
fundraisers, support groups, like all of that kind of stuff. We have a place for you.
We need help and volunteers in all facets.
Yes.
From the marketing and promotions to the nuts and bolts and day-to-day care of folks. So. Again, alz.org. You'll find everything we need there. Type in Roswell, New Mexico to get everything you need to know about the November 1st walked-in Alzheimer's here. And don't forget, there is a local Facebook. If you do Alzheimer's, Chaves County, Roswell, it'll pop right up and you can like and follow that
It's the Southeast New Mexico walked-in Alzheimer's. It's a group. And then that number again is 1-800-272-3900. That's a 24/7 hotline, and you can get all of the answers there.
Absolutely. And if you can't find them there, then we'll find someone that'll help you the rest.
Yep. Absolutely.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate what you do. We'll see you next time here.
Yep.
And anything else we can do, please don't hesitate to let us know.
Cool.
All right.
With your Pecos Valley News Update, I'm Jared Cirillo. The Roswell Police Department will be part of another National Prescription Drug Take-Back Day. The event this weekend, RPD is again partnering with Walgreens to host the event, At the South Roswell store on Saturday, members of RPD will be at the store at 1200 South Main Street from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. when the public can bring unwanted and unneeded prescription drugs. The service is free. Those bringing prescription drugs can always remain anonymous. Farm to Table New Mexico continues seeking a new executive director. Farm to Table is a visionary nonprofit group dedicated to building a local, healthy, equitable, and sustainable food system through education and advocacy. The executive director will provide visionary leadership and help to ensure the sustainable growth and impact of the organization. The role combines strategic planning, community outreach, and comprehensive fundraising to advance the group's mission and strengthen organizational capacity. For more details on the job posting, go to farmtotablenm.org. You're up to date. I'm Jared Sorello.
I never want to be that person who says, I told you so. But this time, I'll make an exception for all of you who were convinced extraterrestrial UFOs were filling the nighttime skies of New Jersey last November. I'm Kim Commando for ExpressVPN. Just one click hide your internet activity from hackers and snoops. Get 4 extra months free at expressvpn.com/Kim. The New Jersey Drone Swarm, it's called. There was talk of UFOs and terrorists, a mothership off the Jersey coast. Grainy videos proved to be no help, nor did outgoing President Biden or incoming President-elect Trump. But now the New York Post says an employee of a Larry Page-backed company called Pivotal was speaking at the Army's Unmanned Aircraft Systems Summit and says his company's drones were being tested. The Blackflies resemble DJI Hobby drones, but are big enough to hold a pilot. So there it is. No aliens, just the Army, a private contractor, and millions of frightened Jersey residents. Told you so. Get my free newsletter at getkim.com. Remember the good old days of the internet? A place where you could truly feel free without snoops or spies watching every move? Unfortunately, now we go online knowing we're being tracked. Our internet service providers can see our entire browsing history, and in the United States, they're legally allowed to sell this information. Who knows what they'll do with it? That's why I use ExpressVPN. It's a virtual private network that reroutes 100% of my online activity through secure encrypted servers, shielding it from the prying eyes of my service provider and other third parties. ExpressVPN hides my internet address, the number identifying me online, so I can't be tracked. My online activity is actually mine again. Imagine that. It's so easy to use that your entire family can figure it out with just one tap. And it works on all your devices. Phones, tablets, TVs, desktops, up to 8 devices at once. Let's return to the good old days of online privacy and freedom. Use my special link to get 4 extra months of ExpressVPN for free at expressvpn.com/Kim. That's expressvpn.com/Kim.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. 70 to 75 on the afternoon high today. High pressure is parked overhead. That'll keep things sunny. Overnight looks clear. We're in the mid-40s and then upper 70s to low 80s and lots of sunshine coming up on Wednesday. Few clouds Wednesday night. We do have a slim chance of a shower popping up on Thursday. We'll be in the low 80s, back to sunshine and cooler Friday. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton, and that's your latest forecast.
It's time for the Chavez County Sports Report. We've got some volleyball teams having their district openers tonight, and that includes the Goddard Rockets playing at home against Lovington. Goddard is 15-2 overall after sweeping Santa Teresa on Saturday 3-zip. Lovington, on the other hand, is 4-13. Goddard hosts the game, starts at 6 o'clock. Roswell is 1-1 in district after beating Carlsbad last Thursday in 4, and they'll be playing at Clovis tonight at 6 o'clock. Roswell's overall record, though, 3-16. It's the district opener for both Dexter and NMMI. Dexter is 12-5. NMMI is 8-7. That game starts at 6:30 at NMMI tonight. And also tonight, you've got Gateway Christian playing at Lake Arthur. Starts at 5:30. Hagerman hosts Loving, starts at 6. The Sports Report brought to you by DSI. Call DSI for all your office technology needs. I'm Eric Butler at Roswell's Talk FM 106.5.
With the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Bill Alexander. The Senate on Monday failed for the 11th time to advance a House-passed measure to fund the government and end the ongoing shutdown. The bill has fallen short of the 60 votes needed to advance in every vote since the shutdown began 20 days ago. It was a worldwide major disruption. A problem with Amazon's cloud computing service disrupted internet use around the world Monday, taking down a broad range of online services, including social media, gaming, food delivery, streaming, and financial platforms. The Federal Reserve will go into a policy meeting next week with its view of the economy hampered by a U.S. government shutdown that has suspended the release of key data. Official employment data hasn't been released since the shutdown of the federal government began October 1st. Kroger says its family of companies will hire over 18,000 associates as the U.S. grocer preps for the busy holiday season. That's about 7,000 fewer than last year. For the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Bill Alexander in Washington.
Ceasefire in Gaza. Greg Clugston, Washington.
Looking to loosen China's stranglehold on the important rare earth materials market, the U.S. and Australia have a deal aimed at supercharging rare earths processing down under.
We've been working on that for quite a while. In about a year from now, we'll have so much critical mineral and rare earths that you won't know what to do with them. They'll be worth about $2.
President Trump announcing the $8.5 billion deal while hosting Australian Prime Minister Albanese at the White House. On Wall Street this hour, stocks are mixed. The Dow trading about 14 points higher, while the Nasdaq is down 86 points. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Here's an important message from the Diabetes Solution Center. Do you like pricking your fingers to test your blood sugar levels? No one does, but it's important to maintain your health. And now, by wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you don't need to prick your fingers anymore. It's easy to use and helps you make more accurate diabetes treatment decisions. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now. And if you have Medicare or most major insurance coverage, you may be able to get a new CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost. Shipping is free, and we'll even bill your insurance company for you. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now to learn how to end the painful finger sticks and get your own continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
Investigators have reached some conclusions about last month's Lisbon streetcar crash. It killed 16 people, injured 21.
The body that investigates rail accidents had already confirmed that the main cable connecting the two carriages had given way. Now, in a long-awaited report, it states that this particular cable had not been certified for use, did not meet the specifications of the public transport company, and was not suitable for the mechanism in this and one other of Lisbon's 3 funiculars. The investigators found flaws in the process by which the cable was acquired and in the company's internal control processes.
The BBC's Alison Roberts. Former French President Nicolas Sarkozy has arrived at a Paris prison to start serving a 5-year term. He was convicted of a criminal conspiracy to finance his 2007 election campaign with money from Libya. Sarkozy is challenging his conviction. News and analysis at townhall.com. Stop the presses. Over the past year, an estimated 136 newspapers have done just that.
News deserts are expanding, and traffic to some of the top newspaper websites has been declining over the past few years. Those are just a few of the findings of an annual report on local news released Monday by Northwestern University. A broader look at the industry's economic problems over the past 2 decades is even more troubling. The number of newspapers published in the U.S. has declined from around 7,300 in 2005 to about 4,500 now. Keith Peters, Washington.
President Trump is getting ready for a significant trip to Asia aimed at addressing international trade tensions. The journey includes a potential meeting with Chinese President Xi Jinping, which could affect the global economy. The White House has not disclosed Mr. Trump's full schedule, but he does plan to visit Malaysia, Japan, and South Korea. More on these stories, townhall.com.
What in the wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man in this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
Feel the hot wind on my shoulder, and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm, bring it
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Is that what I sound like when I talk? Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 6 minutes after 8 o'clock. Welcome to hour number 2. The Deuce. The Deuce, indeed. Those Mornings with Mike Winters, right here on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Happy sunny Tuesday.
Yeah.
Look, I don't think I see a cloud in the sky, at least not my little window here.
No, there's a couple of wispy ones on the horizon.
Some wispies in the back. Yeah, but pretty nice out. It's been cooler today.
Pretty clear out.
Like 73, which I'm liking.
Good day to get out there and, get a little sun, get a little vitamin D, or just an outdoor activity.
Maybe have lunch on a patch of grass somewhere.
This is your chance, folks. We've been talking about it. This is your chance to have a traditional picnic.
Yeah.
Grab yourself a basket and checkered blanket, checkered tablecloth.
Or if you have zero cooking ability, maybe order your favorite meal at one of your restaurants to go, and then take it out to a patch of grass.
Now, if you have zero cooking ability, you know what you do. You start a TikTok channel.
That's right. Become a chef.
That's right.
Just pour various things into containers. Leave the packaging on.
You know, there's ones that I've been seeing lately that really bother me. I've seen a couple of versions of this where it's like somebody will open like a can of something and start mixing the ingredients in the can and then dump all of those ingredients into a bowl to mix. It's like, why didn't we just start with the bowl?
There you go.
I know that the whole thing is it's like, that's the hook of the video is we're doing this.
We're going to do weird things to make you.
But it's like, it bugs me real bad.
Yeah. It's a weird marketing tactic. But it's not for us.
No, it is. It is not.
Now, the ones where they're just straight messy, that's the ones that bug me.
Yeah.
Like, come on. I mean, look, I get it. You're making an abomination already. So, yes, class is right out the window.
Right.
But can we at least be neat about we don't have to leave shards of the plastic bag in the food while we're still making it. You know what I mean?
Yes, we do, though, because you know what it is? That warrants a rewatch. This is something I figured out. The short form video style is to put little things that you never reference, just little things around.
Yeah.
So the people are like, wait a second.
Yeah.
I got to watch this again just to make sure that.
Yeah.
That's why TikTokers have such high views, as people watch their videos 3-4 times in a row just to make sure they caught it all.
Yeah. You know the grossest ones, I think right now, are the ones I just find these people need to be kept away from cooking, is the Blackstone grill. Like, I've seen a series of where these people just dump crap on a Blackstone and mix it together, and here's this, this is a delightful meal I feel on my friends. You have no friends if you're feeding that mess.
Are we talking about good foods?
No.
See, okay,
like I've seen
that's sort of the point of the Blackstone is you dump a bunch of stuff on there and then you shook around until it's a delicious breakfast.
But it's not delicious. Like we're going to make tacos, and they literally dump the most god-awful, they're dumping the sour cream at the beginning. You know what I mean? The cheese, they're just literally the raw beef with the cheese. And you're just no, I get what you're saying. They're not doing it that way. They're literally using the Blackstone as their mixing pan / cooking at the same.
I watched one yesterday.
It's revolting.
That it kind of blew my mind just because I didn't know these were a thing.
Yeah.
It's this channel where this guy discovers discovers and tries exotic fruits.
Yeah.
And he had something called a peanut butter fruit. It's called a peanut butter fruit, and apparently it tastes just like peanut butter.
Okay.
So what he did was he took this peanut butter fruit, and then he had this thing called a blackberry jam fruit.
Okay.
Which had like a dark jammy and he put it on something called a breadfruit. Which again, I've never heard of breadfruit.
Yeah,
didn't know.
Are these real things?
He was making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich using only fruit. Essentially, was the thing. And he said it tastes like somebody left a PB&J in the rain. It's slimy and has that consistency.
That sounds
tastes like a PB&J.
Something I don't want to eat.
But I'm like, there's a whole world of fruits that I've never tried.
But are these like real fruits? Are these just some science lab fruits that they've made up?
That's what genetic modification. I mean, GMO.
Are we getting in the world like, see, these fish are track stars now? They have big running legs.
Oh, that's a whole other thing. No, it's GMO. Yes, we're crossbreeding certain fruits to other fruits to make new fruits, but it's. I mean, people who are like, I don't want my food genetically modified. Have you ever had a modern banana? Then you've had a modified.
Oh yeah,
fruit.
all your fruits probably.
If you've ever had a tomato in your life, congratulations, you've had modified fruits.
Like there's. If I don't remember the whole story, but I remember several years ago, like archaeologists were digging around Mount Vernon, George Washington's home in Virginia, and they found some like tomato seeds from his era.
Oh,
and
really?
so they're like thinking maybe they can recreate the tomato of the 1700s or something. I don't remember the whole story, but it was something like that.
Now we're getting into a Simpsons plot line where he crossbreeds tomato and tobacco. Tobacco.
Sounds delicious.
It certainly does.
We got a busy hour, but something do British people call ketchup red sauce?
I've never heard it referred to as red sauce. I've heard it referred to as tomato sauce.
Okay.
Like they're big on calling it tomato sauce.
I watched a whole video about some kind of pork sandwich that these Brits are all about.
Right.
And they kept saying, oh, yeah, it looks great with the red sauce. And the red sauce, like, what? That's ketchup they're talking about.
It could be, although it depends. So, like, okay, where I come from, Oklahoma, there is this sauce that's, like, real big across the state. It's called Ott's sauce.
Okay.
It's real hard to find anywhere else other than Oklahoma. But it's kind of like a ketchup-based barbecue sauce, which I know all barbecue sauce is ketchup-based.
Sure.
But it's like way more ketchup-y.
Yeah.
It's got a kind of a sweetness to it, but a real like vinegary tang. And it's a unique sauce that's only made in Oklahoma. So I'm guessing that red sauce that they're talking about was something that was local to that area.
I would, at least in the picture, they had a bottle of Heinz ketchup in the back. So I think they're talking about that ketchup.
I've never heard it referred to as. I'm gonna have to do some digging on that one.
Yeah, but it kind of baffled me.
I've heard tomato paste or tomato sauce.
Everyone in the comments were calling it red sauce. I'm like, weird. All right, we do have Amy McVeigh-Tejas from the Historical Society for Southeast New Mexico and Nancy Fleming with the Miniatures and Curiosities Museum. They're going to join us here in a few minutes to talk about Museum Day, which is coming up November the 1st. 8 museums on the list just here, so we'll chit-chat with them about that. We'll also have the folks from the Chaves County Extension Office join us this hour to give us an update on several events, and of course, I think they're getting ready to move or are moving to their new digs and all that too right around now, so we'll get an update from that too.
By the way, real quick, I visited r/British Problems.
Yes.
It says, people who call ketchup red sauce. Yes, I accept tomato sauce as well, but red sauce, just no. But apparently it's a British thing, yeah.
Okay. Well, I agree. It's a no.
It's
8:14. We're going to take a quick commercial break and weather, and then we will talk with the ladies about Museum Day. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters. Brits, stop calling ketchup red sauce. It ain't that fancy.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. 70 to 75 on the afternoon high today. High pressure is parked overhead. That'll keep things sunny. Overnight looks clear. We're in the mid-40s and then upper 70s to low 80s and lots of sunshine coming up on Wednesday. Few clouds Wednesday night. We do have a slim chance of a shower popping up on Thursday. We'll be in the low 80s, back to sunshine and cooler Friday. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton, and that's your latest forecast.
Jennifer here at Trustmark Roofing and Windows. And did you know that we get a bunch of service calls per year from people who didn't even hire us? That means they originally hired someone else to replace their roof, windows, or gutters. Then later, when a problem popped up, they tried to call their contractor back to help, only to find out that the contractor has ceased to exist. They're gone, done, out of state, out of business. At Trustmark Roofing and Windows, we have serviced southeastern New Mexico for 20 years. As a second-generation contractor, we have serviced our area through many major hail and windstorms. We have customers who are the kids of customers that we've serviced many years ago. We will be here when you need us, period. For roofing, gutters, or windows, visit trustmarkroofing.org or call Trustmark Roofing and Windows 575-755-ROOF. That's 575-755-7663.
Trustmark Roofing, we put people first.
The ultimate Wi-Fi experience is now available to you thanks to Smart Home Wi-Fi with Plateau. Get fiber-to-home technology 100 times faster than average household internet speed. Plateau has multiple plans and options to fit your family. With Fast, get true 100 megs per second download and upload speed. With Faster, get true 500 megs of download and upload speeds. And with Fastest, you get 1 gig. Learn more at plateautel.com. Get the speed you need with Plateau. Tried, true. Trust
Now's the time to get a great deal on select Kubota compact tractors. The Kubota L-Series is the #1 selling compact tractor in the U.S. They're designed for easy operation and feature performance meshed attachments. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment with 0% financing available or save up to $6,000. Now through December 31st. See us or go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Visit your local Kubota dealer, Amigo Machinery at 2801 Southeast Main Street in Roswell.
Looking to start, continue, or complete your higher education journey? Join the more than 6,000 fellow Greyhounds on their journey to student success. Eastern New Mexico University offers the most affordable higher education degree in the Southwest, and New Mexico residents can go to school tuition-free with the New Mexico Opportunity Scholarship. With online or in-person degrees, ENMU is the right choice for you. For more information, visit enmu.edu. ENMU, student success. That's what we're about.
Get scary good savings all month long at Roswell Hyundai. Get 2.99% APR or $249 a month for 36 months on 2025 Hyundai SEL Sport. Get 1.99% for up to 60 months on 2025 Hyundai Kona and 2026 Hyundai Santa Fe. And 0% on 2025 Hyundai Tucson or Tucson Hybrid. And up to $10,000 off remaining 2024s. If high payments got you screaming like a demon, Roswell Hyundai can help. Quit howling at the moon and head for Roswell Hyundai, 1909 West 2nd.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. The catfish has over 27,000 taste buds. Do you think they prefer fried or blackened? Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 18 minutes after 8 o'clock, and joining us in studio this morning, of course, Amy McVeigh-Tejas with the Historical Society for Southeast New Mexico back with us. Also, Nancy Fleming with the Miniatures and Curiosities Museum as well. Good morning.
Good morning.
All cheery and happy this morning.
We're excited.
Well, it is. It's cool. This is a fun. This is. I love that this is a thing now.
Yes.
Love that this is the third one now. Yeah, the third annual. And I love this. And for folks, the third annual Museum Day is coming up here November 1st. And I'll let you guys kind of give the how this started and what this is about. But tell folks what Museum Day is for folks that may have missed the first two somehow.
Okay. Well, Museum Day started with Caroline Brooks and I discussing the Smithsonian Museum Day, which was in September, where all museums that kind of had a Smithsonian,
they're part of the
affiliated, or just like them, they would have a free day. And we decided, well, maybe Roswell needs its own museum day so that all of our museums could be free on that day and entice the community. So our first one was so successful that, now we're on our third year and we've picked up a new museum.
About to say, we usually have like 7. I'm like, no, there's more.
Yeah.
But we're growing. We are so blessed to even have this opportunity because peel back the curtain, how many towns of this size do you know have a museum, let alone 8 museums?
Well, I remember we had 5 forever. So, and then, of course, Mr. Anderson made the Anderson Museum, and Elaine and I made the Miniatures and Curious Collections Museum, and now we have the Roswell Space Toy Museum.
Absolutely.
But we will only have 7 locations this year.
Unfortunately, because the Roswell Museum is still dealing with flooding issues.
Yes, we have to talk about that. That's right. They are not reopened, but they will have an amazing presentation as a pop-up in the Anderson Museum.
Okay.
So you will get to see, if you have not seen the images from the flood, and they're amazingly scary and sad.
So they're going to have their exhibit will be the flood exhibit. So they're going to be like art and photography.
Well, it'll be on just a video.
Oh, okay.
They're going to be kind of.
I was thinking like no.
So
art, of course.
But it's just to see the images on the
Perfect. Give
screen
people a real
and
sense of what went on in that building.
That's right, and get to talk to them. What it's been like. What have you been doing? Just hearing them talk about all of the things that are up in Chicago and frozen and being unfrozen to be evaluated is really interesting.
It is.
It's kind of unprecedented.
Absolutely.
There aren't other places that are going through this.
It's history in the making, because when we were in Las Cruces for the state conference and she did her presentation, it was empowering to know the history and the example that they're making and striving to learn, educate. And we're going to be better through all of this and helping others.
It's kind of a project that rolls all of humanity into one. And what I mean by that is, of course, we're talking about the art. And so there's the creative side, the history side of the stuff behind it. But then the STEM and math side of how do we learn about it, preserve it, restore it, whatever. So it's a whole lesson. It's like a big fruit salad in one bite right there.
On behalf of the Historical Society, we remind artists all the time, they are historians.
Yes.
They are telling history, their history in the making. It's just coming together.
But I didn't really answer your first question. The first question is, what is Museum Day?
Yes,
it's where
we get sidetracked
the
easy.
Community is invited to go to every single museum free. We have passports, which means that when you go to each museum, you get a stamp or a sticker that says, hey, I've been there.
Absolutely.
And even if you just take a spin around to see what they offer, because it's going to be crowded and you don't want to be there trying to look at something with the crowds, it's okay. It's like
Whet your
giving you
appetite.
whet your appetite. That's right. But you will also be able to be entered into drawings at every single museum. And if you get to all 7 locations, which is 8 museums, then you get to be entered into a drawing worth $800.
How about this? It would behoove you to take a visit to all 7 and get all 8 passport locations filled out.
That's right.
And do all that. But obviously, you'll get a 2-for-1 at the Anderson here with the Rousel Museum and the Anderson.
Correct. And if you don't win the big prize, you still get a little nerd button. And so we've had 3 nerd buttons, and you should collect them every year.
And, I mean, at the end of the day, it's going to be a fun day. I'm telling you right now, you got from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m., so you plot and plan accordingly.
That's right.
And you can visit each of the different locations, and that's where you get you can get a passport, I think, at each of the 7 locations.
The
UFO Museum, it's a little different.
That's right.
Now, because this is for locals. This is kind of a local thing, and they are so they're letting locals participate, and so you can get your passport stamped there, and they'll let you in for free, but you can't get one from there.
Correct.
You can get it from any of the other 6 locations. That's how they usually do it for Museum Day. But that's the logic behind that. If anybody's kind of curious about that,
correct.
This is sorry, it's a local thing. But please, if you're not local and you happen to be just giddy bopping around, come by and check out the museum
for sure.
and everything else and see exactly, maybe if you can't delve into all of them, maybe it'll get you, like you said, whet your appetite. And you're like for instance, you'd be like, I didn't realize New Mexico Military Institute had a museum.
That's right.
And you will find some very unique and one-of-a-kind things. And like, if you ever want to see a Medal of Honor up close and personal, they got one in there. And I mean, and that's just tip of the iceberg, the history of that. But I don't think a lot of people realize that museum exists. And that's why Museum Day is the perfect thing. It's like, hey, come see what's in your own backyard. And that's what November 1st is all about.
And some museums, like ours, have rotating exhibits. So I am frantically putting up a glorious glass show, which will have everything from paperweights and marbles to glowing uranium glass.
It's I don't care how many times you go to the Miniatures Museum, it's a different experience every single time. And it's what I love about it is it's almost everything from the amazing to the ridiculous. Oh, you know what I'm saying? All in one building.
Accept it. I'll accept that for sure.
And that's what I love about that place. And same with the Anderson. I mean, every time you go in that place, you're like, That's because it's such an eclectic mix of art there.
That's right. And they grow by 6 pieces a year because they have 6 artists in residence. And now they are hosting the artist in residence exhibit since that the Roswell Museum doesn't have a facility. They picked that up. So I think it's Tendai Mupita's show. It's wonderful. And but yeah, they grow by 6 pieces, so it's almost like a scavenger hunt.
Absolutely,
Go find the new pieces.
See the new thing, and what I love about it, because like I think if now, all museums kind of create or inspire and create, but I think the Anderson is the best out of the box. I mean, Curiosities is right there neck and neck, but you know what I mean, because you see so much art made out of things that you wouldn't think. You know what I mean? It just you're like, huh. There's so much art in there that has nothing to do with like canvas and paint. You know, if that makes sense. There's so much art in other work.
To the way that they select the artists. They really are selecting the artists who are doing things that are so unique to their personal vision, and that's why you don't see it everywhere.
Absolutely.
It's because it's really unique to each of the artists who have been there for the past.
But I think that's inspiring because again, it's like art and music. You know, you learn the rules to break the rules sometimes, and this is like prime example of that right there in that museum.
Yeah, maybe see if you go back every year, you get used to it and you realize, maybe I do like this piece after all.
Exactly, it thinks, it grows and things. But
that's right.
But and this is also the beauty of Museum Day too is because we have 8 different museums. You've got all walks. You know, we talked about NMMI, Walker Aviation Museum. If you want to learn the history of the air base that was called home here during World War II and beyond, and of course where it is today, and also they do a big talk about the first generation of intercontinental ballistic missiles. They were right here in Roswell, New Mexico. So that museum focuses on that history of Roswell. And let's see, what other museums am I missing here? They're getting so many I can't keep track.
Just reminding people who are listening, at the Historical Society, we're offering a fun historic book fair. We just got some amazing, unique books in. We'll have authors signing. And we're going to have 2 fun new exhibits. Okay. And so, you know what? You're going to have to come to see. We're really, really excited.
Well, I know both John and Donna have been. I guess they don't work on a typewriter anymore, but you know what I mean. They've been pecking away.
It's just different, a little bit different. Yeah,
they're more modern convenience.
So we're hoping individuals. They've got the little spooky concept going, so Halloween can flow right into the weekend to flow with their books.
We can call it Day 2 Halloween and come and do all that good stuff too.
That's right. Yeah, we got bumped kind of from September to now November.
Sure.
So we let the air races have the September.
Well, you know what? I think
November 1st.
I think we lucked out because the weather this weekend is going to be like 70s and 80s. I'm going to knock on wood that Halloween weekend will be the same way. And it just might be a better weather day to come and just visit all the museums, and might inspire one to say, all right, maybe we'll have lunch outdoors somewhere in between.
But they are indoors, so if it's just a little nippy or a little wet, they're all indoors.
Well, every one of these museums do hold things of value, and they protect them. So they don't have out.
That's right. Well, you're exactly right.
But we would love to get this, and we would love to make it obviously a family thing. Bring the family, because, like you said, each of the museums are going to have little opportunities, arts and crafts, or various activities for kids and families to participate in. So it's not just, all right, come in the museum and look around. I mean, that's part of it, and we want you, but they're going to have fun activities for the kids. Like you said, make sure you get those passports filled out. Right. I would hate for you to miss out an opportunity to get an opportunity to win that $800 drawing package there. And a lot of times they'll have snacks and refreshments. So if you play your cards right, lunch might be covered if you get enough of them.
Cheetos and every occasion. And bring your cameras.
Absolutely.
And share images. That's one thing. You're exactly right. Sharing the images.
Oh yeah, that we want you to kind of put it online and tag your friends and put. Is there like a special hashtag or anything we want people to use when they're sharing their stuff on? I know kids like to. I don't think that way, but younger.
And Caroline will be coming on
create one.
the next. And we're having a meeting tomorrow we can discuss these things, and Caroline's coming on the 30th.
Yes.
I know,
and so
hopefully some of the other
So
museums.
maybe we can do an update, but that's a good idea. Is maybe get a hashtag out
Right.
there. We can get
That's really
spread a little social love
There you
on
go.
all the rest.
Well, I know that's part of the Roswell Space Toy Museum has vignettes
they're
for
the new-
people. They're the new
ones to our core.
Yes, the new kid on the block. But they do have really nice photo ops, and that's kind of part of it.
So good deal. So they're thinking ahead, you know, and so but this is the cool part about it, and I imagine from the museum perspective, it's kind of cool because now you're close. It's a close-knit community. Everyone works hand in hand, but at the same time, it's almost a collaborative thing where it's like, hey, see what they do over at this museum? We should try to do something, and vice versa, you know. And so I think it kind of makes each other better too, as it gives an opportunity.
We collaborate quite a bit, and this is, of course, the biggest collaboration.
Well, and it's growing and getting better each year, and I hope it gets to a thing where it's just, you know, we think of it like we're getting closer, but I want it to be like UFO Festival, you know, Museum Day, Chili Fest, you know, all these things. I want it to be in that kind of brain of Roswell folks and things.
We were part of Tourism Council for years. I've been with the Historical Society 10 years. And Mike, one of the things that I am so thankful to God for that conversation 3 years ago of unifying our museums. We are a family. And I just want to encourage people listening, for whatever reason, if you can't attend Museum Day on November 1, have the mindset, we are 8 museums of Roswell. And to us, every day is Museum Day. We all may have different calendars, but make sure when people are coming through town, we celebrate all that Roswell has to offer. And even if they have 1 or 2 hours, really pulling this together through all this diverse celebration of our wonderful community.
And that's, and you know, and this is that, like you said it, and it's, whereas obviously Roswell, New Mexico is known internationally for one
That's
thing.
right.
I mean, come on, we can't. So we embrace that. If that's why people are coming here, and then they get here and say, oh, did you know this is like one of the dairy capitals of Southeast? Oh, by the way, did you know they have an amazing art community with artists that are world renowned sitting, you know, and by the way, jazz musicians come here and do, you know, I mean, they realize that, holy mac, there's more than little gray men in Roswell, and that's what Museum Day is about. And so that's what this is. So yes, exactly what you're saying, Amy. Tell the world when you do this, and if you can't make all 8, or if you're, I get it. I know. Because last hour, if you heard, we walked in Alzheimer's is also that morning too. So I want to work that. So maybe start the day, put your purple on, and walk a little bit. About 10 o'clock, you're ready to hit the museums and all that good stuff.
Have some lunch, and you're having to take a nap, eat some lunch.
Yeah, so I get it. It's
Make
a busy
day of
day,
it.
but there's so much you can get, and I think you can work this in together with the families. And you're down, you say, oh, we're down to the south end. Well, we're down here. We'll hit Walker Aviation Museum.
That's
we'll hit,
right.
you know, oh, we're downtown. Let's hit the Historical Society. Let's hit the Miniatures Museum. Let's hit, you know, as we're heading north. All right, the Anderson NMMI, you know, and you know, obviously the Toy Museum's downtown too. So don't forget that when you're downtown.
That's right. I have to cover them all.
Yeah, and so so you got, you know, so just kind of make you know, and obviously depending where you live and where you start, if you're down the south end, start there, north end, or vice versa, or maybe start the opposite and work your way back home. I don't know, whatever you want to do, but kind of make a plan for the day and have some fun with it, and from 10 to 5. But I guess the big thing is, make sure that you get all your passport filled out and turned in, I guess, at your last destination by 5 p.m. On that November 1st.
That's correct. And the drawing will be held at 5:30 at the Anderson Museum for the grand prize.
So if you'd like to, maybe head on over there at 5:30 and see the drawing live. And who knows, maybe you're walking out the door of that Enterprise and save some shipping and handling.
It was really sweet. Last year, the gentleman that won had gone around with his son.
Oh, cool.
And they had made it like a father-son day.
That's exactly what they intended. Yeah.
It was beautiful.
Their faces, and it was just perfect.
And here's the cool part. That's going to be like, that day is going to be something, I hope, that's a father-son memory. But the little cherry on top is, we wanted a nice, beautiful prize basket at the end of
That's
the day.
right. Well, and the cool thing is there will be 9 prizes.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So
Actually, this will be a little bit bigger.
No, I mean,
8 prizes.
Well, if we all give one, that's 8, and then the grand prize is
Well,
9.
that's true.
So I mean, so you have an opportunity to win a basket from any of all.
This is
all
almost,
8.
you almost got to change
plus
this
the
to
grand prize.
Christmas in November.
So they have a good chance of winning. So. Yes, every raffle has swag from all of the museums.
Yes.
And then something special or some things special from that particular museum.
Yeah.
And all of them are amazing.
Yeah.
We get so excited. Everybody kind of showing what they get. It's very exciting.
It is. It's a lot of fun. So please, obviously, we're going to remind you as we get closer to the event, but mark it on your calendars now. Saturday, November 1st, the City of Roswell is celebrating Museum Day all day from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Come celebrate 8 different museums, 7 different locations. Get your passport at all except the UFO Museum, and you can get, so maybe your first location's not there. You make that your second or one of the others, or your last one. You can drop them off there at the end, I believe, but you can't. And that's, again, we explained that earlier. But so go to, but you can pick one up at any of the other 6 locations.
And they were put in all the backpacks. So if
And
you
the
have
schools, you may already have one.
Yes.
If you got one in your
Ask your children if you're listening, because they
That's right.
have been delivered to all schools. That's
But
exactly.
I understand, not everything that gets to the kid gets home sometimes.
It might be in that backpack somewhere.
I understand. But if that's a problem, then we can swing by any of the museums and pick one up, like I said, with the exception of the UFO Museum there. So, and then please bring that with you. Get it filled out and stamped. Don't forget, when you're at the Anderson, get 2. One for the Roswell Museum and one for the Anderson Museum.
Correct.
And then just get ready to have a day. And like you said, maybe do it last year's winner did. Make it a father-son or daddy-daughter, daddy-daughter or mommy-son, mommy-daughter,
Grandparents
or
that
parents
taking
or whatever. Whatever. Grandparents bring the grandkids, whatever, or all the above. Family Reunion Day. We're going to line up 6 generations of family. We're going to hit all 8 museums.
Yay. We'll be ready.
The T-shirts. Get it. If you do that, make it matching T. Call it
There you
whatever. The Jones family, and you get out rolling through there.
A family tradition.
I love it. Is there anything, ladies, we missed? Anything we wanted to share, or anything we wanted to cover?
No, I have to get back to get my installation
I'm about
up.
to say. Well,
time to get to work.
The problem with working at a Curiosities and Miniatures Museum, it's hard to find things. It's so tiny. Like, where did I put that?
Crunch.
I'm sorry, my vision's too bad to work there full time. I break more than I.
Well, the Curious Collection side is large things.
There you go. Put me in the Curiosity
There you
department, not the
go. There
Miniatures
you go.
department.
That's
I'm
right.
sorry, I'm in Curiosities. You need to go to Miniatures for that. Thank you, guys.
Thank you very
Appreciate
much,
it.
Mike.
Thank you very much.
And we'll see you back. And anything else we can do, let us know. We'll get the word out.
Great.
8:38. Let's pause here for news here, and then I don't know if the folks in the extension. Oh, sweet, they're here. We'll talk with the folks in the extension office. Don't go away.
With your Pecos Valley News Update, I'm Jared Cirillo. The Roswell Police Department will be part of another National Prescription Drug Take-Back Day. The event this weekend, RPD is again partnering with Walgreens to host the event at the South Roswell store on Saturday. Members of RPD will be at the store at 1200 South Main Street from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. when the public can bring unwanted and unneeded prescription drugs. The service is free. Those bringing prescription drugs can always remain anonymous. Farm to Table New Mexico continues seeking a new executive director. Farm to Table is a visionary nonprofit group dedicated to building a local, healthy, equitable, and sustainable food system through education and advocacy. The executive director will provide visionary leadership and help to ensure the sustainable growth and impact of the organization. The role combines strategic planning, community outreach, and comprehensive fundraising to advance the group's mission and strengthen organizational capacity. For more details on the job posting, go to farmtotablenm.org. You're up to date. I'm Jared Cirillo.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. Men are 6 times more likely to be struck by lightning than women. That's because men are 6 times more likely to wear a tinfoil hat in a thunderstorm. Here's Mike Winters.
Facts. Good morning. It is 40 minutes after 8 o'clock. And joining us in the studio this morning from the Chavez County Extension Office, Katie and Tamara are back with us. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
You know what? For a busy week of you guys look pretty chipper and happy here.
Oh, thank goodness.
Yeah.
It's still early in the week.
I'm gonna say, you got chippy and happy. But yeah, so for pull back the curtain. Of course, the Extension Office is a busy time right now with fall programs and things, but they are getting to move into their new office here as they this has been kind of years coming, but we finally happened. But this is the week. So you're kind of got a foot in two worlds right now. You're still in the old office, but the old office is getting moved to the new office.
Correct.
So,
yes.
But if you do have business or need things at the Extension Office, go to the old office for
Correct.
now.
Yep.
But here, probably by about a week or so, you probably will be fully in it.
It'll probably be next month.
Okay,
IT still needs to come and hook up all our phones and computers and all that fun stuff. So
Although that could be the quietest month if you're just there. It's like, man, the phone's been dead all month.
that's when the cell phone rings.
It was worth a try. But also, of course, I think this is something I haven't talked to you since post-fair. This is the first time I've talked since fair time.
Yeah.
So how did everything go at this year's Eastern New Mexico?
Good. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Lots of ice cream. It was great.
I've been telling people, I said, the new entrance to the commercial buildings to the ice cream shop. We just blocked off the commercial entrance. Now you
just go. They got to come through us.
That's right. We call it a ice cream funnel, and this is. I learned the term butt funnel from. You ever watch Bar Rescue? The movie, the TV show, or heard of it?
No.
It's a great show. The guy goes in and his name's John Taffer. He goes in and yells at the people, but then he fixes up their bar, makes it all nice again. But there was a couple of seasons where they had what was called a butt funnel, and it was like this thing to get people to get on the dance floor, but they put these barriers through, and it forced people to get near each other, so they danced.
Oh.
And they called it a butt funnel. So I say we narrow the entrance to ice cream. We call it an ice cream.
There you go.
Okay.
There it is. There's my logic. Well, anyway, but I know, of course, as far as the shows and everything, it went amazing and all that stuff. Kids, again, I think they did record numbers on the junior livestock sale and all that good stuff. So that was a big success. But now you guys are getting busy with fall. Obviously, we got the holiday showcase coming up.
We do on November 11th.
Yeah, I mean, we're like 2 weeks away now.
Oh, yeah, we're getting there.
I'm like, coming up in a month.
No, a couple weeks. Yeah.
So, now, explain to folks what this is for I explain a lot, but give folks who may not, what is this holiday showcase of which you speak?
It's like an in-person Pinterest party.
Mm-hmm.
So, and
there's a lot of eating and street sampling.
Our Extension Club members get together and they go through ways to maybe save you a little bit money this holiday season, and some DIY decorations, crafting. We have some guest presenters this year coming in to add another station, so they get a bonus station this year.
Nice.
Along with sampling the goodies and some recipes. We have a quilt raffle that goes towards our scholarship fund that goes back to the kids every spring.
And you can lie to people and say you made the quilt.
Yeah, well,
It's a beauty of being a
What
winner.
happens once you leave is none of our business.
I worked my fingers to the bone and paid for it.
You paid for it, yeah.
But and of course, kind of the creme de la creme, the piece de la resistance is you get, like you said, this series of activities, foods, recipes, crafts, gifts, ideas, decor ideas, but it all comes in this handy holiday book. And every single year for, I don't know how many years now.
This is our 14th annual.
14. So there's 14 of these bad boys out there. Each year of holiday gifts, recipe ideas, all this stuff, and every book is unique. So if you went to last year's, this is a whole new set of
They're all different.
arts and crafts projects. If you went to 4 years ago, it's a whole different than that. So the idea is you can collect them, and I know we have folks out there that collect the set like you would Pokemon cards or whatever here. But these will keep years of timeless recipes, timeless Christmas, create new Christmas traditions for your family, or holiday traditions for your family here. So the book is almost as coveted as the event itself, in kind of deal. The good news is you get 2 opportunities to go to the event.
Absolutely. So you can come see us at the 1:30 on November 11th or the 6:30.
And they're exactly the same.
They are.
So if you miss one, you're not missing nothing now. Now, if you're like, here's the movie, if you're like, that treat was good, I'm going to try it again at 6:30.
Come see us.
Do you? Now, I want to ask this question, particularly since it is a time of transition. If people want older books, is that available? And
Yeah, come see us at the office.
How does one now? Is there a nominal fee, like a $5 for one of these books, or a donation?
Nah, I think they were like a quarter.
Okay. I didn't know if you wanted to say, because I'm just
They're books that I don't have to move.
There you go. I didn't know if we could maybe say put it towards the scholarship fund or something like that.
No, I like it.
But
we will take whatever they want to give.
Well, let's say this: they're free, but if you'd want to donate to the scholarship fund for $5 here or whatever, that would be awful nice. But don't feel obligated. But if you feel like I should give you something, well, give it back to the kids. So. Let's just call it that. How's that?
There we go.
But if you are wanting to get, or maybe you are that, I'm missing episode 3 of the, then I've got the complete series. Then let's talk. But to mark that on your calendars and I'm trying to think, are we going to see you again before then? We probably
No,
won't.
you won't.
So definitely want to make sure that you get on that. We'll remind folks, obviously, as we get close to that event. But is it probably best to pre-register on that one?
You can come grab your tickets right now from the office. You can also buy them from the door.
Gotcha.
But if you buy them now, you skip the line at the door.
Exactly. While everyone's in the line, you get that VIP treatment.
Oh, yeah.
Not
There you
giving
go.
more time
There's
to
your book.
peruse.
Grab me
Right.
that. Yeah. Go get you a T-shirt. Grab you a quilt.
And then the real baller move is as they're going into, like, is that cookies I smell? smells like a peppermint cocoa beverage. What is that I'm smelling? Ham it up a little bit, but you get there. But yeah, so we'd love to have folks come out. I'm telling you, it is a popular event and things. So get your tickets early, save you a little time there, and like you said, if whatever one's convenient, the midday one or after work there at 6 p.m. Either way, it's exactly the same.
Absolutely.
So, good deal. What else do we want to put on people's radar?
So the week after that, if they have their pesticide applicators license, we are doing our CEU class on the 18th of November.
Okay. Not as tasty, but very important.
Yeah, please don't taste those. Do not taste those. So they can come see us on that. And then on the 19th, we're having our Southeast Urban Horticulture Symposium. So we'll have several of the specialists down from the university to do all things gardening and trees and lawn related as we head into the winter.
And interesting too. I got a question, and I know, you guys aren't necessarily the ag, that side of things here, but are you guys seeing? Because I know I talk with, like the Roswell seed folks and all this, and and they get a lot of stuff talking about with the flood and how now dirt's all different and things are. Are you getting a lot of that at the office there? It's like we
got some interesting plants come in with the flood. Yep, we've got interesting things going on.
Like different kind of weeds and different kind of dirt and
absolutely
bugs.
Which
oh my gosh, the bugs!
Yeah. What's that third antenna thing over there? I was curious because I know they come in and saying, it really kind of stirred the pot a little bit, and they're getting some interesting results when it comes to growing things now. So just curious, but again, stay up on the latest on all this. So it might be behoove you to sign up for some of this stuff and learn a little bit, especially as we're learning more about the soil and how it's changing from that impact there too. Just you was curious, I know we're getting into November, but as far as signing up for some of those first of the year kitchen creation classes, some of that stuff, is it too early to do that yet?
So we will have a health, wellness, and prevention class. That's our year-long class, starting in January. So they can always call the office and get on the list for that one, and we can fill them in on all the details.
So now's the time to really sign up for that.
They get to come taste. They've got some taste testing. We'll have some guest speakers and all things health and wellness.
Absolutely.
So they can definitely sign up for that one. That one starts in January.
Okay.
And then our kitchen creations will kick off in March.
Very good, and that's and that one is popular. sign up earlier as you can. But and if that one's a cool one, because if you're dealing with diabetes and things like this, that's the shop that, okay, you love pizza, you love junk food, I get it. Let's find you a way that we can make these dishes so you don't deprive yourself, but it doesn't affect your sugars and the other diabetes related things. So that's what that class is all about. So it's kind of especially for people like treating this like a death sentence, like, oh great, it's I'll never see a carb ever again. It's like, all right, it's about
it's just seeing them in the right way.
Well, and that's the thing about diabetes too. It's really there's a lot of variables there. It's not just the carbs, it's how it's presented and what you pair it with, and that's what this class is all about. It's like, okay, yeah, you can do some of the bad things if you pair it this way, which tamps it down. And there's a lot of science behind this stuff, and that's what the class is about. Yes. It's really teaching you how to do it. It's not telling you, oh, you'll never see pizza again. No. It's how you do it, how you present it, the amounts of what you eat, and things like that. That's the game. And so that's what this class is all about. So it really teaches you how to manage your lifestyle with diabetes and from the food perspective here. So good deal. Is there any 4-H stuff that we want to put on people's radar?
It's my favorite time of year besides Christmas. It is open enrollment, which means we are welcoming all of the new friends, which we always welcome new friends. But if you start now during our open enrollment period, that means our kiddos are eligible for competition.
Yes. So you want to raise animals or compete in the home
if you want
side.
to do shooting sports, if you want to show animals, if you want to put stuff indoors, you have to meet certain qualifications before that time. So now is the ideal time to come sign up.
Kind of learn the ropes of 4-H.
Exactly.
Well, and project workshops have already started too, so now's a great time to get that enrollment going to join in on those.
Perfect. Yeah. Yes. And this is kind of that, like you said, this is like if you want to get in the full scope of what 4-H has to offer, this is kind of that time where the good starting line where you get in there and you kind of introduced. There'll be a lot of newer 4-H members as well, so you can kind of go through together the experience together. Yes. And then obviously that's where you get to really learn. And by the way, if you're thinking, well, I'm good because I don't mess with cows or nothing.
You don't have to touch a cow. You don't have to see a cow. Yeah. You can moo at your neighbor and have nothing else to do with cows.
You could be a computer nerd and be in 4-H.
You absolutely can.
Yeah, that's the great. Now, if you want to get dirty and roll around with animals, then we come on down. We got the opportunities for you. But there is so much more. If you're looking to, and parents, if you're looking for an opportunity to give foundational skills to your children, to teaching about how to work in group settings, how to overcome problems in a safe environment and things, and learn kind of stuff. Learning about government, parliamentary, the things that they're going to get exposed to as they get older in life. 4-H incorporates all of that into their programs, all their programs, whether you're messing with cows or computers or bows and arrows, whatever it is.
Absolutely.
That's part of that experience.
So I read a statistic the other day. I don't know where it came from. I don't know how accurate it is. But it said that most kids learn the quote-unquote life skills that they will have for their early career by the time they're 15. That's terrifying. Get them in 4-H. Let's get that fixed now.
That's right. It's yeah. Put it this way. You can't manage life by ordering it on your phone. I mean, it feels like you can, but you can't.
Yeah. There's no Prime delivery on that.
That's right. You got to know where it came from. You got to know how to do it. And 4-H shows all that too. And then if some adults are saying, I'd like to do some of this, guess what? The Chaves County Extension Office, we lovingly call 4-H for adults, but it is the Extension Clubs, which is like 4-H for adults, where if you have an interest, I know there's several clubs already formed in several different hobbies and skill sets that they're into, but it's kind of, you can join some of them, or let's say you've got another group of people that have a particular interest, let's start an extension club and do that.
Right. So we've got 4 extension clubs here in Chaves County, some that meet here and then some that meet in the Valley. One of those is a quilting club, and they're actually looking at developing another one. Okay. So, and then we'll have a sewing club starting in January.
Perfect. So if and again, these are skill sets. So maybe bring that teenage child with you and say, hey, why don't you watch mom or dad sew here a little bit.
Just hang out for a little bit.
Yeah, just let it rub off a little bit. Because it will be handy at some point in life. And then they're saying, hey, let's put you in the 4-H, and we could do. Guess what? By this time this time in the summer, you've got a dress in there that are competing, or you got a pie that we're going to be doing, or you got a beautiful art piece that you're going to put in there, and that's 4-H. So, good deal. Is there anything else we missed? Anything other things we wanted to cover? Anything I think that I can think of? Is there anything that you guys want? Are there any events, activities, any of this moving stuff?
4-H Day at the library. That's always happening.
That's a monthly activity.
So that is the
November the 12th. So it's the second Wednesday here in Roswell. So November 12th. And then the third Friday in Hagerman, which will be the 21st. And they're exploring electricity this next month. So come learn all about circuits and how to light things up in a safe and fun way.
Remind me, what's kind of the age group that those events are? Is it elementary or middle?
5 to 18.
5 to 8. So it's
we incorporate all of our 4-H ages.
From older to younger to in between. So tween, teen, and before that.
Yes, absolutely.
Good deal. And then, of course, and that's a great opportunity to ask questions, too. If you want to learn more about 4-H, you can come and see that and talk to them. You don't have to wait. You can always come by the office, the old office.
You don't
the old office for
have
right now.
to be in 4-H to come to 4-H Day at the library.
Oh, yeah, that's open to, if you're breathing.
It is a great way to learn about 4-H.
But if you want to learn more, it's great. But no, if you're a human being and want to be part of it, come on down and hang out with us.
Yes.
And enjoy it and see.
It works really well if you're coming to drop off your books. Just pop in, make some projects.
Exactly. And then, depending on the days, like some days you might walk out there with a little treat or something, just depending on each project each month. Yeah. Electricity's not very tasty, so that one's not going to
No, I would not taste that.
That food was electrifying.
It's spicy.
Yeah. Heartburn. Smoke in my ears. Of course, if you have any questions about anything we talked about here, again, for at least the next few weeks, come by the 200 East Chisholm location, the old office here. What's the phone number again over there?
622-3210.
Very good. And then, of course, don't forget, you can find Chaves County Extension on Facebook and online. It's all through the NMSU. But if you type in Chaves County Extension or Chaves County 4-H or any of those kind of words, it'll pop right up.
Super Googleable.
Yes, Google friendly. I'm a good Googler. I got a good Google rating. It's just fun to say Google.
It is.
And then don't forget the holiday showcase. Now's the time to get your tickets. And please, if you've never done it before, come. It really is. You get some really cool. It's kind of like Martha Stewart and now I just had a blank. A bunch of those people rolled up in one little
Betty Crocker.
That tells you the do's, the don'ts, and the funnies along the way.
Absolutely, good deal. Well, thank you, ladies, and I guess it's time to go. Move some more stuff over to a new office. Huh?
Right.
Time to put on our overalls and go. By the way, any strong-handed people want to come to the extension office today, might grab a box and put it in this truck over here. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
All right, it is 8:58. Let's do local news before not local news. Don't go away.
It's time for the Chaves County Sports Report. We've got some volleyball teams having their district openers tonight, and that includes the Goddard Rockets playing at home against Lovington. Goddard is 15-2 overall after sweeping Santa Teresa on Saturday 3-zip. Lovington, on the other hand, is 4-13. Goddard hosts the game, starts at 6 o'clock. Roswell is 1-1 in district after beating Carlsbad last Thursday in 4, and they'll be playing at Clovis tonight at 6 o'clock. Roswell's overall record, though, 3-16. It's the district opener for both Dexter and NMMI. Dexter is 12-5. NMMI is 8-7. That game starts at 6:30 at NMMI tonight. And also tonight, you've got Gateway Christian playing at Lake Arthur. Starts at 5:30. Hagerman hosts Loving, starts at 6. The Sports Report brought to you by DSI. Call DSI for all your office technology needs. I'm Eric Butler at Roswell's Talk FM 106.5.
Your home for Sean Hannity in Roswell. 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM, KEND, Roswell, New Mexico.
Breaking news this hour from Town Hall. I'm Rich Thomason. Vice President Vance is in Israel, joining presidential envoy Steve Witkoff and presidential son-in-law Jared Kushner on a mission to bolster the Gaza ceasefire. And about that ceasefire, President Trump says he will be patient with Hamas in its compliance with the terms of the deal, but Mr. Trump warns his patience is not unending.
They got very rambunctious, and they did things that they shouldn't be doing. And if they keep doing it, then we're going to go in and straighten it out, and it'll happen very quickly and pretty violently, unfortunately.
The president warns Hamas could face annihilation if it doesn't follow through on what it agreed to. The body of another Hamas hostage has been turned over to Israel, which awaits the return of 15 more. Some tense moments the other day aboard an Omaha to Los Angeles flight.
Pilots aboard American Airlines Flight 6469 mistakenly thought someone was trying to break into the cockpit yesterday, resulting in a return flight to the Omaha airport 40 minutes after taking off for Los Angeles. An American spokesman says the intercom that pilots and flight attendants used to speak to each other had been left on by accident. The pilots heard some static sound over the intercom. They mistakenly thought someone was trying to break in. The Omaha Airport Authority says there was no security-related incident at the airport. I'm Mike Hempen.
Police have arrested a man accused of threatening to open fire at Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport. What's described as an assault rifle was allegedly found in 49-year-old Billy Joe Cagle's vehicle. Police say Cagle described his attack plan while he was streaming on social media. Watching Wall Street this hour, the Dow is up 344 points, the Nasdaq 27 points lower. More on these stories at townhall.com.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-583-0141. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-583-0141. That's 800-583-0141. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Part of the White House East Wing is being torn down to clear the way for construction of a multi-million-dollar privately funded ballroom.
The extent to which the East Wing of the White House will be torn down to make way for the new ballroom isn't clear, but crews have been seen using cranes and other heavy equipment to remove large sections of the building. President Trump previously said the $250 million ballroom would be near the existing structure but would not change it. In a social media post, Mr. Trump confirmed that ground had been broken and that, as he put it, the big, beautiful White House ballroom would be completely separate from the White House itself.
And that's the BBC's Peter Bowes reporting. Japan's parliament has elected conservative Sanae Takaichi as the country's first female prime minister. Takaichi heads the Liberal Democratic Party. Later in the day, she will present a cabinet with a number of allies of LDP's most powerful kingmaker, Taro Aso. Townhall.com. Former NFL star, 36-year-old Doug Martin, died over the weekend after struggling with police while being detained.
Oakland police say it happened early Saturday while they were investigating a break-in at a home in Oakland. Police say Martin became unresponsive after being arrested. He was transported by paramedics to a hospital where he died. The Oakland native played in front of his hometown fans with Tampa Bay in 2012.
His school teammates and old high school football teammates, and everybody was there. It's awesome.
Martin was named a first-team All-Pro and made the Pro Bowl after rushing for 1,400 yards in 2015. I'm Gethin Coolbaugh.
President Trump has expressed confidence in reaching what he calls a fantastic trade deal with Chinese President Xi Jinping. At the same time, he mentions tariffs as a negotiating tool. The president may meet with his Chinese counterpart during an upcoming trip to Asia. More on these stories, townhall.com.
in the wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man in this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
Feel the hot wind on my shoulder, and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm, I'm breathing through it. So they don't get on and cool beyond music. I hear the talking of the DJ. It's out of West and what does he say? I'm on the Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican world radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 6 minutes after 9 o'clock. Welcome to hour number 3.
Praise Dios.
Mornings with Mike Winters right here on 106.5 Roswell FM. That's my Naked Gun. And Enrico Palazzo, the opera singer, suddenly becomes the umpire at the game. All by Frank Drebin.
Makes such a big deal.
Well, first he does the first time when he calls it, because he does the strike, the first up the bat, he does the strike one, strike, and then everyone, it was like, he throws it, and there's like a 10-second delay, he goes, strike? And then the crowd gets all...
As soon as he realizes he's got him.
Yeah. Then strike 2 was more like, strike! And then strike 3 he got... But then he went to the next batter. By the time he's going, he's doing a whole Michael Jackson dance and the splits and everything out there. But yeah. Good.
Yes.
Great movie.
Fantastic movie.
Yes.
Very similar to the opening in basketball. And this was right around the time that the NFL was coming down on excessive player celebrations in the end zone. And there's a whole scene where a player doesn't even think makes a touchdown. I think just has a good play. And like the entire team erupts in a line river dance, which bringing in the referees, hooking up arms with them.
That should be celebrated.
Absolutely.
That's a lot of work.
It really is. Those tush pushes don't come easy.
No. Now, you know what, though? That would be the penalty. If you tush push into the end zone for a touchdown and your river dance is a celebration, no. You give us the touchdown back. You didn't earn that river dance.
That's fair. Yeah, if you excessively celebrate a tush push, then
that's right.
You have to give that
Can't
back.
river dance a tush push. That's just a golden rule.
Real quick, I got to bring something up because when I came in this morning, and these were kind of unnoticed by Mike.
Oh yeah, the floor.
There was a couple of pens sitting in front of the console, and these pens are, I mean, to say that they're garish is really going so. It's a flower. There's a pink and a purple one, but it's also got like a whole like leaf on the side.
I got a feeling someone was digging around our office and found these, and
Maybe?
they just had to, because I feel like I've seen these before.
Like a Lana.
I just
Lana
don't remember where from or what for.
But this feels like one of the most passive-aggressive pens on the planet. Like if somebody's really just like sticking it, like sticking your craw, like you know what? Let me take some notes. And then you got to really get flourishy with the flower movement. But yeah, that is. I mean, gaudy is an understatement on a pen like that.
It's unique.
Yeah,
I'll go with that.
It's not a pen that you would find in a bank drive-through. Let's put it that way.
It looks like I forgot my wife on Valentine's Day, but here's this pen. So yeah,
I mean, it's pretty, I guess, but it's also a lot.
It's pretty gaudy.
It's pretty, yeah,
pretty gaudy.
Like I feel like you have to have like a grandma dude, like curly gray hair, in order to use a pen like that.
Feel like never mind. I was going to do a Meet the Parents reference, but because he was a florist, but never mind.
I'd almost want to take something like that to like the MVD. Just like fill out paperwork.
Speaking of that,
do you need a pen? I brought my own.
I have not watched them yet, but I've recorded the first 2 episodes of the new DMV show on CBS.
You know what? I saw the trailer for that. That looks
could be interesting.
That's got some potential.
I've got the first 2 recorded.
Nice.
Episode 2 was last night. I have not watched them yet.
Is it NBC?
CBS.
CBS. Okay. So
On
it's
after the
Paramount.
neighborhood, if anybody.
Okay, but I saw the trailer for that. I'm like, this has got some serious potential.
It could be funny. It does look like an NBC comedy.
Right,
I will
that's why
admit,
it has that
feel, but it's a CBS. It's a Paramount product.
I wonder if the guy I can't think of his name offhand, but the guy who did The Office and Parks and Rec, if maybe now he's working.
Maybe he's
at
got
CBS.
he's a writer there or something. Maybe could be because really CBS pretty much didn't they just have what's his name pretty much write every one of their shows? Chuck Lorre.
Yeah, Chuck Lorre was their guy for a minute.
Although he's putting out some stinkers.
Yeah.
Like there's a couple that are going right to Netflix, and I tried watching one, and it's no bueno. And I usually like most of his sitcoms.
He has a weird adherence to the laugh track.
Yeah.
Like it's past its prime, bud.
And I also love the fact that he uses the same 7 actors in almost every single one of his series, like the speech impediment guy,
right?
From Big Bang Theory. He's in about 10 of those different series in a different character.
You know what? Keep your friends close and your enemies toaster.
If you remember the nurse from Bob Hart's Abishola, she literally plays a nurse in almost every, from Big Bang Theory to Mike and Molly to Bob Hart's Abishola.
Right.
You know what? I even think she played a nurse in 2.5 Men.
Really?
Like on that, like one episode where she's the nurse. Like she's the nurse in every one of them.
She gives nurse vibes.
Well, I pull back the curtain. I feel like I read a thing about it, and she was actually a nurse before she was an actress. So
that makes sense.
Yeah.
So she knows the jargon.
Exactly. Or at least the face.
Mm-hmm.
It is 9:11. We have a full hour for you. So we're going to, first here in just a few minutes, we're going to have mayoral candidate Chris Hensley join us. Have a great conversation with him, and we'll do that here in just a couple minutes. Then later in the hour, we're going to have Eli Rodriguez join us with Lone Depot. He's also going to have Tony Mabel, who's a builder with El Toro Community, join us as well. So we'll talk a little housing stuff with Mr. Rodriguez and there here just a little bit. Before we do that, let's do this. We're going to take a quick 2-minute break, and then on the other side of the break, we will have Chris join us on the other side. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
Fall means Graves Farm and Garden is open and ready to help you stock up on fresh, locally grown produce, including squash, zucchini, watermelons, and of course, fresh roasted green chili, from mild to extra hot. The pumpkin patch is open and ready for you to pick your own pumpkins, and there's pumpkin rides each weekend in October. Plus, Graves has a variety of hay as well as oak firewood with delivery available. Open 8:30 to 5 Monday through Saturday, 1 to 5 on Sunday, just 6 miles south of Roswell on the Old Dexter Highway. Follow the signs to Graves Farm and Garden, where fall time gets its flavor. Experience Still Waters with Leanna Crawford, the Still Waters Tour.
He leads me by still waters till my fears are gone.
With special guest Kay Thompson, Saturday, November 15th at Waymaker Church in Roswell. Get tickets now at leannacrawford.com with VIP package available or at the door. Get your tickets now for the Still Waters Tour featuring Leanna Crawford, Saturday, November 15th at Waymaker Church, 202 South Sunset in Roswell. This is an all-ages event.
We have new dining furniture that will make you a hosting hero. This is Melanie from Glenn's Furniture. Take a break from overpriced stores. Our top-notch tables come in dining and counter heights and feature 6 to 10 chairs with styles that are sure to impress your guests. Pair your table with luxurious buffets and service to enhance the classic dining experience. All our tables are ready for immediate delivery, so buy from Glenn's today and dine on it tonight. Come see us on the corner of Union and Alameda, where delivery is free since 1953.
Whether you're a homeowner, a landscaper, or a contractor, we all have reasons to dig. If you're planning to dig, this is just a friendly reminder that locating underground utilities is important. It's actually the law. Call 811 3 days before you dig. New Mexico Gas Company is one of the utilities that will come out free of charge to mark our underground lines up to the meter, so you'll know what's below. We're New Mexico Gas Company, and our priority is keeping you safe. That's why we're here. Learn more at nmgco.com.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. You burn more calories sleeping than you do watching television. For the ultimate workout, fall asleep in front of the TV. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 14 minutes after 9 o'clock, and joining us in studio this morning, mayoral candidate for the city of Roswell here, Chris Hensley, joining us in studio this morning. Good morning, sir. How are you doing today?
Good. How are you?
Doing great. Doing great. First off, before we get into it, thank you for your service. Thank you for stepping up, and obviously win, lose, or draw. We appreciate folks like yourself saying, you know what, I love this community, I care about it, and I want to do my part to make it better. And I know, and I grant it, you're going to hear a lot of things with people talking and have a lot of, but at the end of the day, I think every one of the folks that you're seeing on stages and in these forums, they want a better community and they're trying to do their part. So thank you for stepping up.
Absolutely. No, that's exactly what it's about, is that, we give other people choices and don't let, and come voting day, they have more than one per candidate to look at instead of,
You know what? That sure is nice, because I mean, and that's not hard to see in a smaller town where you get one option because people decided. And this is an election where almost every single race, I think maybe one district,
one is uncontested,
but everything's got at least two options to choose from. So that's
exactly.
a good thing.
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
So let's get into it. What made you say, hey, I think I don't have enough on my plate in my life. I'd like to sign up to run for mayor here. What made you decide to make that decision?
Well, honestly, I've had a feeling down deep in my heart to serve since the cradle.
Gotcha.
That's what my wife says.
Server's heart.
Yeah, and to give back, and it's just through life, kind of had a difficult beginning. I was in a kind of bad car wreck and stuff when I was a teenager, and it really messed me up. But then just had to do whatever job I could do. I didn't have anything to fall back on. So I was just literally doing anything and everything. Ended up in the fracking business out in West Texas oil fields.
Mm-hmm.
West Oklahoma oil fields. And anyways, long story short,
that's where you found your niche.
well, kind of, yeah. That's a tough gig,
Ask everybody in that industry. Yeah, they ain't coming home tired. They ain't doing right.
Yeah, I used to tell everybody, don't ask when we're done, and don't ask when we're going to have a break.
Sure, absolutely. You'll get it when it happens.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, sir. But yeah, I've always wanted, had a servant's heart, and I've always looked at the big picture. I was a kid who was excited when they had when C-SPAN became HD.
That's a unique quality right there.
I literally was. I was a kid. I thought, it's HD. This is awesome. I can watch hearings and stuff all day.
Sure.
And listen to it and stuff. A lot of people reached out to me, Mr.
Sure.
Mike. A lot of people, I'd say 50 to 60 to even 70% of the community, from old to young, to have asked me or asked somebody to step up.
Sure.
And
so you said, all right.
I said, let's do this.
I would imagine it's a conversation with the family too. You got to yes, you're the mayor, but your family is just as much involved with that too.
Absolutely. I'm a proud father of 4 daughters, and I've even got 2 little granddaughters, and I've got the most wonderful wife in the world, and a lot of people know her through the community. She's in the oil business too, but she we try to keep my wife and my children and stuff private.
Sure.
We had that talk.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we thought I'm not going to put you out there with your pictures and me. Even though they're awfully cute, all my kids.
I understand.
It's just privacy,
Well, and it's not uncommon for slings and arrows in the theater you're stepping into.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
And I wanted them to go to school to not be, just
Makes sense.
So yeah, we absolutely had that talk.
Gotcha.
Several times. My wife was probably the most hesitant about it, but in a good way. She wants to give back and wants to see Roswell grow too. But
absolutely.
We just have to do it. We just had to be careful about it.
Sure, absolutely. Yes, sir. So, now that the hat's in the ring and everything, what's obviously, the city's got a lot of needs. There's a lot of people with. What's kind of your passion project? If you're, if you're coming in as mayor and say, what are the things you want to champion as mayor?
So you'll hear over and over through these forums about Roswell. It's a retirement community. It's this and that.
Mm-hmm.
Now Roswell has the opportunity to be the probably the best retirement community in the country due to the weather, the higher altitude, the drier, all that stuff.
Sure.
You know? But statistically, no, it's the average age is 32. So you have statistically younger families trying to make it and survive, which means lots of kids. As you know, all these little schools are packed with little youngsters.
Absolutely. I'm not native to here, but I've lived in Roswell for 25 years now.
Sure.
And it is definitely a younger community than it was 25 years ago.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, through this, I understand though not the lab, but the current administration had to make tough calls and do some tightening of the belt, in certain areas. The first thing I thought of is you're tightening in the wrong areas.
Mm-hmm.
And if we need that money, that capital, I have a plan for all of that. But,
Gotcha.
Kids projects were, at the zoo were cut. A bunch of different other kids projects through the town were cut. Different groups were kind of, hey, now's not the time.
Sure.
And I thought, no, now is the time.
Gotcha. Okay.
And
because I can understand what you're saying, but I also see, it's like we did have the flood and everything, and that does shift priorities.
So
yeah,
I've been wanting to talk about the flood, and I always get kind of. So I don't know if you remember April 19th, 1995. Do you remember that? That was the Oklahoma City bombing.
Okay. I was trying to think. I was like, I remember. I'm trying. Where was I, and where in my life? And that would have been right around the time Oklahoma City.
Yeah. So I've lived all over our beautiful country, but Roswell's my home. I've been raising my kids here, and I don't. People have said, how long have you lived here? This and that, trying to kind of pin me down. And I think, listen, I've raised my kids here. We're not even going to get, and I'm going to raise my kids. This is our home. Let's not even get into that. But the point is that pre-Oklahoma City bombing, it's kind of like pre-9/11, right? Say September 10th. You kind of had discourse throughout the country. People were still mad about the election over Gore and Bush and, this and that.
Sure.
But then September 12th came, and we were all Americans, right? Everybody had those little...
I would say in my lifetime, that's the most closest together I've ever seen our country as far as humanity.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, so that happened in Oklahoma City, obviously, in 95. Oklahoma City used to be kind of a pass-through town on I-40, but you have Oklahoma City, you have Amarillo, you have Albuquerque, and so on and so forth to get to California, and just pass-through cities. The point is that day after, it showed the character, and ever since then, they've been building, right? And it's no secret what they did. They finally said, listen, we're all going to work together regardless of how you feel or how you feel. And, they came together with different plans, and they built new arenas. They just won the NBA championship last year. They're going to have the Olympics in 2028.
Oklahoma City's hopping, yeah.
So LA/OKC is the rafting and the softball. The point is that they've built up, but they've done it together, and they've passed things.
Kind of a phoenix in the ashes.
Yeah, they passed things together.
Yeah.
They didn't. So what I'm getting at is this. When this flood happened, it showed exactly what the character is here in Roswell. That if that tragedy literally brought everybody together, from churches to, our local Girl Scout group,
mom and pop businesses, neighborhoods, just clean each other up. Yeah.
What can we do? And they still need help, obviously, and there's still those kind of. But it shows the character. People were saying, how can you change? And I thought, we'll change that. We've got engineers to look at that and lawyers to figure out, But the main thing I took away from it is the character. And the point is that that's where we're at right now anyways, right? We all know where we rank in the country.
Right.
And we all know where our city kind of ranks within New Mexico.
Sure.
And the lowest 15 to 10.
You look at stats, and we're always the bottoms.
So that means statistically in the country, we're already pretty much at the very bottom, and we don't have to, but we can all come together. So it goes back to, yes, we're going to cutting projects. Yes, you got to tighten the waste, but we got to put together a plan and come together as a community, get input from everybody, put together a solid plan, and then we'll send it out for a vote to the people. We're not going to just add it on to the water bill or this or a property tax.
Sure.
Because you're not going to get anything of that except for upset citizens.
Absolutely.
But if they have a right to, or if they have at least the right to vote, and they can cuss and discuss for a couple months about it, and of course we'll have city halls. I'm a real people person, so I'm accessible. We can do something at this parking lot.
Sure.
We can talk about it in this parking lot or whatever.
Right.
And if it fails, well then, if it's voted down, well then that's the citizens. That's their choice.
It's the will of the people at the end of the day. That's what we are.
But I don't believe that if we present the right thing, I do believe it would pass. And I would call on their character just like they did in the flood. For the love of God, we've got a generation coming up, and just like we were saying, we're full of kids and small families. Most of them are under, about 40 to 43,000 is the average income.
Sure.
For that family. That basically means that they're from one week they're doing fine to next week. Do I pay my car payment or do I pay my electric bill or do I get my kids' shoes?
Sure.
So and why is it like that? Because the number one jobs here are what? They're the service jobs.
Right.
Okay. So we also got to entice businesses and things like that. And I'm glad we've got 100 jobs here, 100 jobs there. We can do a whole lot, but we need to make it a hub.
Sure.
Yeah.
Just your opinion on air race stuff. Obviously, I think overall we all agree it's a good thing. How it's done on that, just kind of your thoughts on how the direction we're going with that.
I think it's a wonderful thing.
Yeah.
I think it's just a little bit of what we can do.
Gotcha.
I think that it's just barely cutting, if that's the measure of our success, I think we're way off. If we want to be considered a hub of South, which we should be, the hub of southeast New Mexico, right? And then how was it? How did it go? How was it managed? I've talked to restaurants and I've talked to you name it, and all of them they overdid it. So they over-ordered on their food.
We prepared for the busiest and didn't quite get what they thought.
Exactly. Yeah. Yes, sir. So what does that mean? Some of their stock, they're going to have to wait a couple months to order it or to let the stock dwindle. And what does that also mean? Well, then the distributors are kind of mad because they don't get to refill their normal.
Sure. Gotcha.
And their salesmen, and it's just
I honestly think that kind of problem will work itself out because I think it'll get bigger next year.
Yes, sir.
And things.
That's the first year jitters, I believe.
Yeah.
I believe that's the first year, growing pains, and nobody expected it to be perfect. And I'm certainly not throwing stones.
I think overall it was smooth. Like every person that went out and went to the event, and everyone I talked to was like, "This was amazing." That the attention to detail, cleanup, access to things was impeccable. So that's a good thing.
That is a good thing,
and I think that's a place to build from.
Yep. 100%. It's 100%. So I wasn't trying to be negative.
Sure. Yeah.
Negative.
But I understand what you're saying. It's like we do know it's all, but at the same time, we ain't there yet. But I think. But as a mayor, being mayor, would you want to say, you know what, we need to continue to invest in this. We need to continue
100%. And we need
to create the infrastructure to support this and promote the business that needs to be here.
And one of the main things, so I go to pick up my kids at school every day. Luckily I get to do that. I couldn't do that with my oldest kids because I was gone. Oil-filled life. Transportation life, and I do own my little land company still. But the point is that it was a place to start. I'm glad that the South. It's about 2 or 3 weeks till it kicked off. You saw this flurry of the stuff is getting mowed, stuff is getting watered, it's green, It's some fences were getting mended, some this or that, and the whole time I'm thinking, why hasn't that always been done before? And why? Maybe I don't know. We could go back to just making that a standard.
Sure.
I think certain parts of the town get kind of left out. I think we have amazing parks no matter where you go. But I think certain parts of the town, like I said, get, not, maybe the funds are allocated. I don't know. We'd have to look at the numbers. But I just know it went from about 3 weeks out to there was such a difference of the day. And I thought, why isn't like that? That should be the standard from the beginning. The point is that that's the first people, when people come into Roswell or see, think about Roswell or whatever,
sure.
That's their first access into our city. And what do they see for a couple miles?
First impressions.
Yep, first impressions.
Yeah.
And so that's a good builder. That's a good thing to start on. That's a good thing that they can call their own.
Yeah.
It's not only Roswell's, but that's a good thing for South Roswell, and build that up, put some, hopefully get some new shops and vendors, clean that whole Main Street up, keep the grass green.
Sure.
Things like that.
But take care of your own house, doing
exactly.
the same thing for us.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Folks just tuning, Chris Hensley, mayoral candidate for the city of Roswell, join us here. We got about 3-4 minutes here before we got to wrap up. I do want to ask you a little bit about the city of Roswell has the largest city council in the state of New Mexico with 10 members, which I think is a good thing. It gives 10 different voices, 10 different opinions. Each ward has 2 representatives.
Yeah.
So I think that's a good thing.
Yeah.
But as mayor, that's a lot of people to wrangle. That's a lot of people to get together, to talk, to do things. Talk about experience dealing with, getting people in a room together and talking and how you handle that as mayor.
Yeah, we've managed different and been in management in different companies with hundreds of employees. But I believe in the system they have here. It's kind of like the United States Constitution. The first article, the first branch is the House of Representatives, right, or Congress, because they're the ones most accessible to the public. So, as far as wrangling them, I think they're probably going to wrangle me, which is fine.
Sure.
Like I said, they're the most accessible to the public.
Sure.
Every 2 years, somebody has to go and face the public.
Absolutely.
And that's a good thing. That's exactly how our founders intended it. So I don't know so much as far as wrangling. I will work with any and everyone. I have to.
Sure.
To see this through, to start right now and build forward. Build forward together. I don't really once we're all in. I don't really care about this issue. That what's best for Roswell.
Absolutely.
And what can I do to help? The mayor's spot is almost like you're like a lieutenant governor or something like that. You're the face of the community, but the people behind the scenes are the ones who are. So I have an ultimate respect for the council too.
Yeah, the mayor is that unique position where yes, you're the lightning rod, obviously.
Yes.
But and obviously city council meetings, you're the conductor of the meetings. You're the one that says goes. But you're right. At the end of the day, votes, decisions, that's mostly city council. Unless there's ties or things like that, you really don't have a say in that kind of thing.
No.
But at the same time, I know too that you have opinion, you have your goals, and you're going to have to work with these city councilors to say, you know what, this is something I champion. What can I do to get on board?
100%.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's a great thing about my life. It was so. I've left home as a young teenager. I've worked at every single level and had to be almost a chameleon. Just wherever I am, just get along with whoever, whether you're an executive or a millionaire to somebody who's down on their luck. But the point is that, I'm excited to work with each and every one.
Good deal.
And the people have chosen them. And like I said, and in my mind, just like it should kind of be in the federal or the state level, that first branch is the House, or in this case, it's the council.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I can't wait. Mr. Mike is we've got to get in with these kids, and the crime rates are the crime rates, but we all know what they are. And do we feel safe at night? Yeah, we feel safe at night. Do we take precautions? Yes. But the reason a lot of these kids are in their positions is it's unfortunate. And when we take office, I plan to put together things that we can do that are nonpartisan, but talk with the children, talk with the parents, and maybe if I be a liaison between the youngsters who are in trouble, whether it's at the county level or whatever, and the parents and see if we can't help this crime rate, because that's another reason we have problems attracting businesses and things like that.
It's a domino effect.
Yeah,
You're absolutely right.
We need to be a hub. We can be a hub. So I appreciate you, Mr. Mike.
Well, thank you. And if anybody has any, if they want to get more involved, any questions, what's the best way to get a hold of you?
Hensley for mayor.
Okay.
Roswell Facebook page. You can ask anybody. I respond.
Yeah.
Somebody responds.
If you got a question, or if you want to get involved with the campaign and help out or whatever.
100%.
Good deal.
Yeah, Hensley for mayor, Roswell.
And don't forget, early voting is going on now. You can go early vote down at the county building there.
Yes, sir.
And, of course, Election Day coming up here November the 4th.
We're excited. We get calls every day, messages every day of, hey, and apparently there's only 3% that's only early voted. But my phone's been blowing up every day of, hey, Chris. So people are excited. And also remember this. I have no disrespect to the previous generation, but I do have something to say. There's been plenty of time for them to do to make their changes and do things, 40, 50 years.
Yeah.
And I'm 45, but I do have plenty of experiences. A lot of us do. But it's not going to hurt to have a changing of the guard. I'm not going to be disrespectful to my elders.
Sure.
I will, matter of fact, be calling on a lot of them to, what do you think?
Fresh ideas, but you want to work with everybody to
100%.
Tradition to new and put
100%.
it together. Yeah,
that's it.
Makes sense.
Yep. And I'm not here to trash anybody or things like that, and I won't. So,
well, thank you for stepping up.
Mike.
Thank you for getting involved, and obviously, win, lose, or draw, anything we can do to help you and help the community, please reach out.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Same here.
Awesome.
And we're going to be involved no matter what. So we already are on different levels.
And what? That's the beauty of what I love. Some folks like that, and whether you may or not, you're still going to be here doing it. And so, thank you for that.
Yes, thank you very much, sir.
Awesome. We'll see you. We'll see you down the road here.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. It is 9:38. We're going to take a quick minute and a half break, and then we're going to talk with Ellie Rodriguez and Tony Mabel with El Toro Community, and then Ellie with Loan Depot. Don't go away.
Is your old car really scary? Does it look dreadful or smell awful? Don't be afraid. Roswell Ford will take in any trade. Roswell Ford needs your trade, so now is the perfect time to upgrade from your old vehicle and drive home a new Ford or quality pre-owned vehicle. You'll be shocked at how much we'll pay for your old car, truck, or SUV toward the purchase of a new Ford. And don't be frightened by how much you owe on your old car. Roswell Ford will take your trade, even if you owe thousands more than it's worth, so you can upgrade to a new Ford and get massive savings. 0% financing and make no payments till 2026. Worried your credit will make car buying scary? We've partnered with even more aggressive lenders who will push to approve your credit, even if it's less than perfect. All roads lead to huge American-made savings and a better buying experience. Get on board at Roswell Ford, 821 North Main Street in beautiful Roswell. Call 575-623-3673 or online at roswellford.com. 0 APR for 48 months is $20.83 per thousand finance. Interest accrues from date of sale. Subject to lender approval on select vehicles. Offers not combined.
Looking to start, continue, or complete your higher education journey? Join the more than 6,000 fellow Greyhounds on their journey to student success. Eastern New Mexico University offers the most affordable higher education degree in the Southwest, and New Mexico residents can go to school tuition-free with the New Mexico Opportunity Scholarship. With online or in-person degrees, ENMU is the right choice for you. For more information, visit enmu.edu. ENMU, student success. That's what we're about.
Whether you're a homeowner, a landscaper, or a contractor, we all have reasons to dig. If you're planning to dig, this is just a friendly reminder that locating underground utilities is important. It's actually the law. Call 811 3 days before you dig. New Mexico Gas Company is one of the utilities that will come out free of charge to mark our underground lines up to the meter, so you'll know what's below. We're New Mexico Gas Company, and our priority is keeping you safe. That's why we're here. Learn more at nmgco.com.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. You burn more calories sleeping than you do watching television. For the ultimate workout, fall asleep in front of the TV. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 9:40, and joining us in studio this morning, of course, Elliot Rodriguez back with us with Loan Depot. Good morning, Elliot.
Good morning, Roswell.
Brought a guest with him, Tony Mabel with El Toro. He's a builder with El Toro Community here. Good morning, Tony.
Good morning.
Welcome. So, obviously, when for folks not familiar, when Elliot joins us each month for our conversation with Loan Depot, we always talk with Elliot about not the home buying part in terms of picking the house and the one with the 2-bedroom. You see Elliot before you do all that to procure the financial side. So when you don't go out to pick the home, it's like, that's a beautiful home, that's the one. Great, that's a $500,000 home. What can you afford? About $100,000. All right, we got a problem. That's when you got to talk to Elliot.
We have to figure it
out. So that's kind of do. But with what you do, you work with a lot of real estate agents, builders, contractors, and things. So even though that's not technically your day job, you very much work hand in hand with a lot of that community, because at the end of the day, you put the money together to make the rest of it happen.
Yeah, I let the agents do their thing, but it tends to be that I have to be a little more involved just to make sure it happens.
Sure.
Just make sure that a lot of things are moving forward, because if they don't, the fact of the matter, everybody has different skills. And some people may be too stronger here and a little handicap here.
Sure.
So what I try to do is try to make everybody come together.
Yeah.
And I've been doing real estate for so long, so I have a little more expertise than just being lending. So I tend to try to help a little more.
Not only am I a financial lender, but I'm a player, and I do buy homes and do it myself.
I mean, I'm even looking at one right now for myself as we speak. So I'm not done. I'm still playing the game.
So Tony, talk a little bit about what your business does, and I mean, obviously as a builder and things, but kind of talk a little bit about your company here.
Well, Artisans Guild is about a 17-year-old company. We founded it based on my experience that we needed to build affordable homes in rural communities. Our goal is to put people in homes that really need it. And the renting portion of home buying, is great, but you've got so many first-time families, people who are downsizing, who need affordable homes. And so we got into the New Mexico market trying to be an innovator. One of the things that I asked myself, I've been in business for, in the building business for about 45 years.
Okay. And so you've seen a thing or two over time.
Over time, yeah. And so we look for a way to build a long-lasting home, a home that people could live in from cradle to grave.
Sure.
In addition to that, we wanted the home to buy back over a period of time,
Sure.
to appreciate. And so I asked myself a very basic question. What if you could reduce your energy costs by 70%? What if your home started paying you back over a 30-year period by the time that you look at all the savings that the home essentially purchased itself?
Gotcha.
And so that's the reason we got into the type of building that we're doing.
So really building a home, but obviously, from investment purposes, real estate's always, you buy a home, in theory, when you sell the home, it's going to be valued, unless you've got some real serious problems. That's almost the case every time. But you're also saying this is a home that, like you said, and this is what I grew up East Coast, D.C., and so I kind of was in a more suburban, busy area. But you're right, the mindset of rural, the West, farm country, this, ranchers, farmers, it's not uncommon. You born in this house, or you bought this house with a young family back when you were, early couple, and you raise your family there, you run the farm there, and there's 2-3 generations of family on that. That is not an uncommon. So it kind of, it does fit the vibe of what you're talking about. A rural, whereas city they may rent, or I live in it long enough till I get a promotion and I got to move to the next thing. But but here people put down roots and deep ones, and so let's that house's roots match your family, and that's kind of the logic here, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, what's it take? It takes a home that is weatherproof, flood resistant, pest resistant. It takes a home that is insulated to a point where you reduce energy costs. It takes a home that can grow with you, and so that's what we try to provide.
Nice. And not to mention technology.
Yes.
I mean, yes, sure, some technology, like, all right, but really in the builder's world, we can create homes that are hold in heat and cold way better than they used to, or using air conditioning and plumbing and different types of things that are going to be more durable, yet use less power or require more water or whatever that particular task it's trying to do.
I mean, if you think about what is happening, I mean, everything is costing more money. I mean, we're talking about everything, water, electricity, you name it.
Like just for example, if you have an old house and you have an air conditioner that's been running around for 15, 20 years and everything else, and then you buy a new air conditioner and you notice right away your electric bill probably went down about 10, 15%.
Correct.
That's why, because you're getting a more efficient, you hear those SEER ratings, they throw numbers at you like SEER ratings. That's what that means. It's more energy.
Right. Well, and the other thing is, if you can imagine, an all-electric home that you're paying normally $300-400 a month in energy cost, and it goes down to $70 a month. I mean, so you get a return on investment right off the bat.
Yeah.
I mean, so what could you use? Or what could you do with that money?
It checks a lot of boxes.
That's exactly
Not
right.
to mention the big picture. If you're into global green and using less energy, being more efficient with energy, which is, by the way, a farmers and ranchers mantra. They conserve you. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
The people that always talk about, no, you don't get farmers and ranchers. They're going to take $1 and stretch it to the bare minimum. They do the same thing with wood and material and everything else.
Absolutely.
So this all jives with all of that too. But the cool part is, with what you can offer, is you can offer that same tradition, but like creature comforts. Like, hey,
Absolutely.
I can. You want a jacuzzi tub? You want. Oh, by the way, tankless water heater. Whatever the latest in technology is, I can provide it all that creature comforts, but you don't have to go big city living to get that kind of thing. If that makes sense? Yeah.
And we have all types of smart home innovations, from monitoring to smart home appliances. I mean, we can do every type of monitoring that you would like, to include telemed. And so you have an opportunity with us to choose the type of home that you want to live in. And the good thing about it is we can come back as you age and retrofit that house to meet your needs.
Gotcha. I got just a gee whiz curious thing, and I don't know if this is something you get involved in, but I know it's a technology that we're starting to see in it because of exactly the type of thing, is the geothermal stuff with heating in homes and stuff. Is that something that you guys ever have gotten involved with or know something about? Because I know that's one of those ways. I don't know good, bad, the ugly, but I've heard, as far as, that kind of stuff, that's especially if you're building new, it might be an option for folks.
Absolutely. And, geothermal technology goes way back. It goes back to the, mid to early 1900s.
Sure.
And so it's nothing new. It's just the types of equipment that you use nowadays. And, the one thing that I've noticed, especially like with smart homes and surveillance and those types of things in your home, it has gone wireless because technology is really caught up.
Sure.
And so you don't have to hardwire homes anymore. You don't have to do a lot. There's heat pumps that tie into geothermal technology that makes it really affordable. And so we are able to do all those things.
Okay. So that is part of your repertoire.
Absolutely.
There. Good deal.
So anything
I know
want.
And I know a lot of people that's a great, because again, it's one of those things. It checks all the boxes. It's cheaper. It works as good or better. And by the way, it's better for the environment and does all the green stuff that people want and have in our, so next year your grandkids have the same land that you got. And so it really does check all the boxes there.
Absolutely.
So obviously, before we get into your part here, this one you got to talk to Elliot first and say, hey, let's put the money, and then you go talk to Tony here and say, hey, that in that range, this is the type of house we can put on the property here, or wherever you're going to, or find the property and then put the house on it.
No, I mean, and this is the part that's so good. I mean, so we have so many different programs that we can actually help people to be able to acquire these prices.
Gotcha.
You know, and the fact of the matter, that's actually how we met.
So is it kind of like through Loan Depot, and it like there's incentives or things that, hey, if you're going to build this type of technology, we're going to give you loan incentives on doing that.
So Tony has partnered with the New Mexico House Authority.
Gotcha.
Okay? So he's with MFA right now, working with them, and they're helping him get this thing done. And we have all those programs available for those houses.
Gotcha.
Okay. I also have my own programs with with Loan Depot as well, and plus the regular FHA and regular conventional.
Okay.
So now the part that is so awesome is that almost everybody can buy these properties. And that made it. That's how we met, because I had a borrower that wanted to buy one of his properties.
Gotcha.
And it wasn't meeting the guidelines at the time. Okay. And we started talking and figuring out some stuff. And I brought some information to his attention, and he brought that information to MFA. MFA called me, it went back and forth a couple times, and he talked to them, and voila, we've actually made it better for everybody.
Excellent.
And now
that's a good thing.
And now more people can actually be able to accomplish to even purchase one of those houses. So that's the part that's so awesome, because now it's not just one, what am I going to say? Not one direction only. We have all kinds of different, menus that can we do that.
And here's the thing too, because even if I get it, maybe this isn't your forever home.
Correct.
You're like, no, I love this house. I'm going to be here 10 or 15 years, but I'm not going to be here 30 years.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the resale value on these, I'm sure,
it's going to become great.
And
the cost of living is going to be even better, because like he was saying, the cost of the energy, your utility is going to be less.
It really is.
It's a huge deal.
And that's where, and then of course once you get that, then you can talk with Tony here about the construction, how it's done, and all the techniques and things they use to provide this. But here's the cool part too, is because you got to build it tough, man. We live we get 20 feet of snow one day, and then 700 degrees and dust bowl the next. So you got to have buildings that stand up to that kind of nonsense.
Right.
And so you that's another variable in all this that you handle and deal with and specialize with, because that's what rural communities need. And so
Absolutely.
I mean, look at what we just went through last year.
Yeah, exactly.
Flooding and all that. I mean, you have a house that can, stand that kind of power. I mean,
sure.
Where the location of the places are, I don't see that ever happening anyway. But
and in theory, some of the stuff isn't impacted by all that. It's because you're technically, depending on the type here, you can be off grid on your own a little bit on some of this stuff and some of this technology. You're contributing to the grid, but guess what? When the grid goes down, you're on your own little grid here in some of these cases with the solar, depending on the way you do these things. That's all a possibility on some of this stuff.
Well, in our subdivision that we're building between Jaffa and Gale, we've got 8 homes there. And so what we found is people who actually come out and visit the homes, we have solar capability. I mean, these are zero net homes. We don't leave a environmental footprint.
Right. They're basically they're like Boy Scout homes. They leave a place better than they found it.
Absolutely. And the great thing is we partnered with a solar company who can put solar panels on for you, and you essentially pay nothing for energy. And so that's a great and wonderful thing.
Yeah, exactly. And in those days, and I imagine even on the hottest of days, you're like, my electric bill's $3.
I mean, that'd be a different. I mean, that's the big difference if you end up doing that.
Absolutely. So, I know people that have had solar, and every one of them have loved the results from it, because and to be honest, the technology is way better than it was 20, 30 years ago. Much more reliable, much more durable, much more energy efficient, much more output. It's light years better than it was 20, 30 years ago. It's technology. It's it's kind of like this AI stuff. People, we look at this AI. It's the worst you're ever going to see it right now. It's going to get better, and you're going to better be on guard about it. But that's another topic for another day. But anyway, same thing.
Tell them a little about how many they're coming up and they're going to be available in the next years to come.
Well, we are looking at overall in the subdivision 98 homes.
Okay.
The key for us is to get people to just come out. We're not asking them to
sign on the dotted line the other day, but
we just want them to see the technology,
see the concept, see what the lifestyle of it's like here.
Yes.
What's because I imagine there's different models and plans on the houses. What do these houses vary to? What, 2-bedroom to what, 3, 4? How do big
we
they go?
generally try. We have 2-bedroom models, but we found that generally people, especially young folks that are looking for a first-time home, are looking more to the 3-bedroom, 2-bath, and
Gotcha.
so that's the models that are
That's
selling.
the standard
for us.
3-bedroom. It's kind of like the cookie
Yes.
cutter.
Plus, for the future, it's going to be easier to,
Yes.
if they need to move on,
What's
be able to sell.
general square footage on these on average?
They generally go from 1,700 to 2,500 square foot.
Very good size homes there.
Yeah, and our goal is to again have couples come in, and the trend is most people move within the first 5 years of purchase, and so we try to keep them interested in the home and want to stay there. And so we're looking at some options to.
Well, when
to
your
make that
electric
happen.
bill and light bill, all your bills
I know,
are cheaper,
that would make a big
that's a pretty
difference.
darn good incentive to me.
So right now they actually got three units that are available. Okay, and that is 2705 Onyx.
Okay,
and that is going.
These are like move-in ready.
They're ready
Perfect.
to be able to be sold. That one is $279,900.
Okay.
Then you have 2710 Onyx. Okay, that is 280,000.
Okay.
Okay, and then 2800 Onyx, and that is 285,500. So those 3 units are actually available.
And to be honest, those price ranges are right in the going rate of real estate and everything
exactly,
right now.
I deal with that all the time, and that's the biggest problem that we have. And that's that's how we met,
Sure.
Because I had a couple that wanted to buy the purchase, and they couldn't,
And this is the thing, and we only got about 3-4 minutes here before they kick me off the radio. And this is the thing we're talking about, and this is the conversation you and I have every month. If you're that young couple starting out, and to be honest, before the kids, and you got your paychecks, and you're young and hungry, and can live a little, like you don't need the lap of luxury, but anything, so you can, take the risk here. This is where I say, you know what? Rather than rent the house, let's start the process. Let's get that, because guess what? Every payment you're making on this house is an investment back in you. That rental payment is never. I mean, that's just 101 stuff. You're paying the landlord's nest egg, not your own. But when you're paying for this house every month, and you're paying your mortgage instead of paying your rent, you're actually building collateral. You're building your own wealth base by doing that. And so that's why. And oh, by the way, now you can do it with a half the energy cost, half the thing. So I get it. Yes, that time you're going to eat ramen and do all that. We all do. But you can eat some ramen and much more. And what
the only time I tell people to eat ramen is before they buy that. And I even tell them, add some eggs and add some stuff, and you can make it really good. But folks, like me and Mike talk here all the time, every month.
Yeah.
Okay? If you're in the market and you've been thinking about buying a home, okay, here we are. We have homes that are a little more affordable for you, and we have good homes. Okay. I've actually seen these homes myself, and I actually like them really good. And the finishing touches, I mean,
and I know young people want amenities. They want those.
Oh yeah, they want the good stuff.
And so this has that, and you can get it at an affordable price. And oh, by the way, get it in a place that every dime you're investing in this is an investment back in yourself. But guess what? You're paying a light bill anyway. You're paying these things, and those are expenses you're going to pay to walk this earth. That's just how it is. Might as well do it for less. But when you're doing it in a home you own versus a home you're paying a rent check to,
correct,
you're investing that back in your.
And if you're in the market and you want to buy a house, not because you don't have enough money in the bank, don't get discouraged. Okay, we got the programs,
and that's where you'll do the dance.
We got MFA, the New Mexico housing. Okay, we have Access Zero with Loan Depot itself. Okay. I have your regular FHA, your conventionals. Now everybody can qualify for these homes, and it'll be a lot easier to obtain them.
There is opportunities.
It's there. So don't be afraid. You just have to try it. You have to come and see these houses.
If you're first time doing anything, there's lots of chances to get your foot in the door. And if you take advantage of these and use them, obviously pay your bills on time and all that. These can be real stepping stones to provide your path to basically home freedom, to live where you want, how you want, and when you want, and how long you want. And that's the end.
And let's be honest, things have changed. Not because you're a first-time home buyer is the only person that you could buy a house. Now, even the people that actually have owned a home before, you know, you can still buy a house, and not because let's be honest, maybe you don't have enough money in the bank, that's okay. You know, we still can help you, even though it's not your first home.
Yeah. Hey.
That makes a big difference.
Absolutely.
You know?
Or VA stuff, you know, if you're veterans.
Especially VA, you know, I mean.
You know, there's a lot of stuff here.
We're about to talk VA pretty soon.